Good evening and welcome to another Jackson Hole High School sports broadcast. It's football. It's William McIntosh Stadium. It's Jackson Hole, Wyoming on a beautiful fall day. And the only place you could hear and see this broadcast of your Jackson Bronx football is right here on Jackson Hole Radio. I'm Jake Nichols alongside Kimmy K. And we're ready to give you all the action in an age-old rivalry that dates back to 30s, 40s, dates back to when this visiting Star Valley Braves team were the Star Valley Cheesemakers. I'm not making that up. And that name changed somewhere in the 40s. I was talking to Duke and Dahl over there on the SVI side, explaining that to me. But the Fall Brawl 2024 is very real, very now, and it's on. Conference play, what a way to jumpstart conference play, huh? You start with the number one ranked team in the 3A, the Star Valley Braves. Age-old rivalry. You're playing the number one team here at home on a beautiful fall day. If you need more motivation than that, I don't know how to help you. Maybe our sponsors can. Mountain Alarm of Jackson Hole. Highest quality security, safety, and automation. Backed by the best customer service in the business. WYDOT, the Wyoming Department of Transportation, keeping our highways safe. ServPro of Jackson Hole. Faster to any disaster like it never happened. ServPro. Jackson Hole Ford, locally owned and operated dealership. Big O Tires, a reputation you can ride on in the Target Plaza. The town square inns of Jackson Hole, including the Antler and Elk Country Inn, Cowboy Village Resort, and 49er Inn and Suites. And Blue Spruce Cleaners, green, affordable, convenient, and friendly dry cleaning service. I'm excited to get this one going. Both teams out on the field doing their opening warm-ups. And we'll just let you know that this is a truly David and Goliath matchup. No doubt about it. Star Valley is that good. Number one ranked in the 3A. The latest WYO Preps Coaches and Media poll was out earlier this week. And Star Valley got every number one vote except one. And that one is presumably coming out of Cody. But there's nobody in the 3A who can even touch this team. In 2 decades of covering high school football, I have not seen a Star Valley team this far and away better than the rest of the pack. It's usually, maybe Cody, Powell, Jackson nipping at their heels. This is a year where Star Valley is just that good. I mean, crazy good. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a big lift for the Jackson Bronx if they want to do anything, but not impossible. The 4-0 Braves against your 2-2 Bronx, and we'll set the table for you, let you know exactly what to expect in this game when we come back with more of the Jackson Bronx pregame right here on the Jackson Hole Radio Sports Network.
Hey Bronx fans, do you want the best security for your home or business? Well, call the local experts today at Mountain Alarm, a proud part of Pye Barker Fire and Safety. Mountain Alarm provides world-class fire, security, life safety, and surveillance, teamed with unmatched customer service and the highest-rated 24/7 monitoring. With our state-of-the-art systems, you can get text or email alerts in the event of an alarm or view live and recorded video on your smartphone, tablet, or computer. You can also remotely control your thermostats, lights, locks, garage doors, and so much more. Call 307-733-5844 or visit mountainalarm.com today to get a free assessment and no obligation quote on a new or upgraded system for your home or business.
You're watching and listening to live coverage of Jackson Hole High School sports on KZ95.
And we're back here pregame at the MAC, awaiting the start of this one. Braves, Bronx. Well, the good news is we get the Braves right here at home. More good news is this is probably as healthy as the Jackson Bronx are going to be all season. There's a couple of injuries to work around, but for the most part, Jackson's pretty healthy coming in. So that you got that going for you. And let's face it, sooner or later, you're going to play Star Valley. If you have your sights set on postseason, if you have any dreams of a state title, you're going to have to play the Braves at some point. So why not start conference play with Star Valley. Let's just get right to it, huh? Yeah. So I'm a realist. I understand the chances of beating Star Valley, and I don't want to make them out into this big bad monster that nobody can beat, but they are. And I posed to Coach Johnson, we'll hear in a little bit, about what his plans are for Star Valley, and he does have a game plan. But before that, let's talk about last week. Jackson was so good. The defense bent, but it didn't break. The offense was wow. What a day. Grant Johnson was like 24 of 28 passing for 320-something yards. He was unbelievable. This Jackson offense is for real. And if they can keep their quarterback Johnson clean in the pocket today, Jackson's got every bit of chance. But we did talk to Coach Johnson about Bear Lake last week, and that felt good to get back in the win column.
Oh, it was a huge confidence boost for the team. They played well on both sides of the ball. Bear Lake is not a bad football team, and they did have some good drives against us. But what was impressive from a defensive perspective is they bent but didn't break and got, a fumble near the goal line and then another stop and another stop on fourth down. So, the defense, again, inspires good offense. And I thought after we loosened up after that first series, we started to execute really well, and receivers were in sync this week, which was great. So the combination of all those things helps to win a football game.
Yeah, that was great. But last week is last week. What have you done for me lately? This week is Star Valley. And, I flat out asked Coach Johnson, I said, a win is unlikely, but what would be success to you to continue to build on this season? And he circled right back to the win thing, and he wasn't having any of it. This is what Coach Johnson had to say about playing Star Valley and his hopes for a win.
I want to win the football game. And they're tough physically. They're fast. They're athletic. They're more experienced. And head-to-head, if we tried to play them at their game, we would lose the game. But the game plan is not to do that. And we've studied them. We've thought a lot about them. And we've tweaked this week our offense into something I think that's going to give them a lot of trouble. So to me, it's just a question of whether or not our defense can hold. And that's really tied to our guys up front, because Star Valley is so strong up front. And that's going to be where this game is won and lost. And we'll see what Jack Bearze and the linebackers can bring to that.
Yeah, it's interesting. Coach Johnson singled out Jack Bearze. Jack and some of the other senior leadership on the Jackson Bronx and some of the bigger kids, quite frankly. Jack Bearze, everybody that you, if you were a coach, would call your dogs are going to have to show up today. And that's not saying that Tyson Kendall can't have another electric day on the outside as the wide receiver deep threat. That's not to say that either Liam's, Logan, or McPeak can do stuff. But this is a game for your hog mollies because the Braves got a ton of them. They bring some size, they bring grit, and they're tough. It's smash mouth football whenever you play Star Valley. Guys like Tate Wiley, who's back from injury, I see him out there with the foot, the ankle cast gone. Guys like Connor Scott, Colin Pape, the big boys have got to show up. And that's for sure. Jacob Roper had a big game. The big kids got to get in there and show everybody on the team that there's going to be no back down from Jackson because, I got news for you. This is a physical sport, and there is intimidation, and there is trying to destroy a team's will. And it's the reason why Star Valley pulls away from so many teams in the second half. They just beat you down, and you get tired of hitting them. So there's going to be some of that. And the big guys on the Bronx have to show up. We'll tell you some other things that we're going to be looking at, some Braves players to watch, and some players on the Bronx that we think could have a big game tonight. We'll do it all as the pregame continues on the Jackson Hole Radio Sports Network.
Experience Jackson Hole like a local while staying at the Antler Inn, Elk Country Inn, Cowboy Village Resort, or 49er Inn and Suites. With the best entertainment, dining, shopping, bars, and brews all in walking distance, you'll never want to leave. Call 1-800-4-TETONS or find them on the web at townsquareinns.com.
We're back in the broadcast booth here awaiting the start of this one between Braves, Bronx, and an age-old rivalry between these two teams. They bill it at SVI as the Fall Brawl. Well, okay, we'll go along with that as well. By the numbers, Jackson is not that bad, and the Braves don't seem really that great. Let me give you some stats. Offensive rushing for Jackson, not very good. Let's not even talk about it. We don't run the ball well. We just haven't been able to yet. But part of the reason is we throw the ball so well. I mean, Johnson's having a heck of a year at quarterback. This is the third-ranked passing attack. Jackson's average of 226 yards in the air. Out of the 302 yards total. Jackson's racking up 30.5 points on average offensively. That's ranked number 6th. Defense is ranked number 4. It's not bad, especially against the pass. Against the run, Jackson's ranked number 7, surrendering about 130 yards a game on the ground, but giving up a stingy 95 yards through the air. That's the third best pass defense in the 3A. So Jackson, by the numbers, does some things well, particularly throw the ball and defend the throw. For the Braves, who come in riding a 4-game win streak to start this year, the win streak dates back to last year. This team hasn't lost since over a year ago, September 8th of last year when Sugar Salem beat them. So you're looking at a Braves team that beat Sugar this year a couple weeks ago. That's significant. Sugar Salem is the defending state champ of Idaho, the number 1 team over there. Star Valley went over there on their field, knocked them off. The team that Sugar beat in the state title game last year was Teton, and Star Valley went into their house last week and just roughed them up. So, man, these Braves are saying, whoever you put in front of us, we don't have a problem. 56-6 last week over Teton, and a winning streak that stretches back into last year. The Braves are averaging 44 points a game and 405 yards total offense. That's the second-ranked offense in the 3A. Pretty good. The defense is not that great. They surrendered 10 points a game, which is pretty good, but they give up about 278 yards total, and that ranks them about 8th out of 10 teams in the 3A. So their defense is a little suspect, especially against the run and especially against the pass. This team does not defend the pass particularly well. So you see some soft spots. You see some vulnerability with the Star Valley Braves. But what the Braves do well and have always done well is they don't beat themselves. They don't make mistakes. They don't make turnovers. They don't commit stupid penalties. I mean, if you're going to beat Star Valley, you got to beat Star Valley. You got to go get it from them. They're not going to hand it to you. We'll talk more about the matchup, my keys to the game, and more with Coach Johnson on the pregame after the...
Texting and driving. Texting and driving? Everyone knows there really is no and. You're either texting or you're driving. In other words, if you're typing or reading anything while you're behind the wheel, you're not paying attention and you're not in control of your vehicle. That's why law enforcement around the state is cracking down on distracted driving. Hey, Wyoming, let's put an end to texting and driving because we all know better. There is no and. This message was paid for by WYDOT.
I'll be back with more of the pregame. And you know what what I forgot to do is set up my keys to the game. I'm going to have to do that here in a minute. But let's first talk more with Coach Keith Johnson. We talked to Coach Johnson a little bit about Star Valley, and one big problem they pose is the fact that they're big. I mean, really big. Star Valley doesn't try to trick you with their playbook. I can go steal their playbook right now, and it won't help Jackson one bit because we all know what they're going to do. A lot of heavy set formations, double tight end, I formation, one wide receiver. What they want to do is just ram it down your throat, mostly with the running game and mostly with a quarterback, which one of my keys to the game is you got to stop Smith McClure. their quarterback. He is the number 2 ranked quarterback in all the 3A, Smith McClure for the Braves. And he's, I think, ranked number 2 in total yardage. He's the second best quarterback in the conference, right behind Maddox Ball of Cody, and just ahead of our guy, Grant Johnson, for the Bronx. So Smith McClure is a problem when he throws, and he's a problem when he runs. He's also this team's leading rusher. So to say that 90% of the offense is generated through one guy, Smith McClure, number 4, is not an overstatement. You got to stop Smith McClure. But to get to him, you got to get through the blocks. And this is an offensive line that's just heavy. They're going to lean on you all night long. That's the big challenge, is how big Star Valley is. We talked to Coach Johnson about how he's going to deal with that huge offensive line.
Yeah, that's the question. They are so strong up front. They're so disciplined. They don't – you know what's coming. And it's just a question of whether or not you can stop it. And that's what I admire about Star Valley, is that there's no trickeration. They're just coming right at you. And that becomes a question of heart, and it becomes a question of endurance. And we'll see on that question. But on scheme, we're ready for it. On heart and hustle, we'll see what we bring to the table.
Heart, hustle, and staying away from injuries today going to be key.
Yeah, the biggest question is, can our team stay healthy throughout this game? If we get 3 or 4 or 5 injuries deep, we're going to have trouble. But our starting lineup can go head-to-head with Star Valley.
A couple of good pieces of news. Jackson is fairly healthy, with the exception of Aiden Kim Miller, who's out for the season with an ACL. Tate Wiley should be back today. We were hearing things like Jack Barazay would not dress, but he's okay. So Jackson's pretty healthy, and probably the healthiest they're going to be all season. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ball, Star Valley Braves, from what I understand, are going to be without their star edge rusher. And this kid, I'm telling you, is a problem. His name is a problem to say, so I don't mind that he's not here. But he's also, I think, hurt. Elijah Metuatia is probably not going to go today for Star Valley. And as an edge rusher, he just disrupts everything you want to do in the passing game. So without him out there, that's going to be a little bit of relief. But he's not the only guy. This Star Valley defense chocked with guys who can make plays. Riley Erickson from the linebacker position is a real disruptor. If you want to run the ball between the tackles, you better take care of Cooper Lawson, 6'6", 260, the senior, and you just don't move that guy. You need 2 people to help move him. He's really, really good. Defense just all around is pretty darn good, very athletic. They fly to the ball. Jackson, I think if they can keep their quarterback clean and upright, could have some success in the passing game. We'll see. I'll be right back with keys to the game after these. You're enjoying the Bronx Pregame Show, KZ95, KZ95.live, and the Jackson Hole Radio Sports Network.
When fire, water, mold, or other damage threatens your home or business, hand the cleanup over to the company that stays with you every step of the way. The trained professionals at ServPro handle everything from commercial water loss to residential handyman services and everything in between. Call ServPro of Jackson Hole at 307-342-1400 anytime, day or night, to schedule an appointment. That number, 307-342-1400 for ServPro.
This is KZ95 with live coverage of the Jackson Bronx.
Okay, I've fixed up my keys to the game a little bit. Number one, don't be intimidated by this team. The seniors won't be. I'm not worried about them, the Jackson seniors. They've seen enough of Star Valley. They have enough healthy, competitive hate for Star Valley. Nobody hates anybody. You know all these kids. They're right down the road. But you do get sick of getting beat by them. So the seniors are not going to be intimidated, and I'm not worried about them. Some of the sophomores and juniors, though, they got to take a cue from the seniors. Don't be intimidated by the Braves. This is a big team, and a very physical team. So my number 2 kind of goes in line with that, is keep playing. And you heard me mention earlier in the pregame, one of the ways Star Valley puts away games is by the second half, by the second 24 minutes of a game, you just don't want to tackle their guys anymore. It hurts. And you're tired, you're getting banged up, you're getting hurt, so you've got to play. You got to keep playing and play a complete game. Don't quit. When you get in the halftime, if you're down a couple scores, do not quit. Keep playing. And then for me, I would get number 21 on number 4. And what that means is this kid, Jacob Roper, who played his first game for the Bronx last week, I like him. He's good. He's got the speed to stay with McClure, their quarterback, and he's got the size to bring McClure down. Smith McClure, a senior, is 6'3", 185, so he's not a small quarterback. And like I said, he is all Star Valley's offense. He's doing it all. His all-purpose yards, his dual threat, he is the man. So if I'm the Bronx, I got to pick a guy on my team, and I'm going to say, all you're going to do today is watch number 4. Whatever he does, you do. Wherever he goes, you go. And put him down onto the synthetic. So that's my philosophy. That's my game plan. We'll see what Coach Johnson elects to do. We'll talk more with him and be right back here as we get closer and closer to kickoff in an age-old rivalry. Bronx Braves just minutes away right after these on the Jackson Hole Radio Sports Network.
High Country Linen Service has grown with its state-of-the-art facility to be the premier rental service for linens, uniforms, and entry mats. High Country Linen also provides wholesale janitorial supplies, paper products, and earth-friendly cleaning supplies to Jackson Hole, Teton Valley, and beyond. Call 733-2638 or come see us at 355 North Glenwood. On the web at highcountrylinen.com.
Here's your voice of the Jackson Bronx, Jake Nichols on KZ95.
Back at the broadcast booth awaiting the arrival of the Jackson Bronx. Star Valley Braves already out there. Bronx just about ready to roll through and out onto the gridiron. And, one last thing is take a look at the highlight, the players that you're likely to hear called today. Beginning with Jackson, Tyson Kendall, Colin Pape. What a game those two had last week against the Bears. That's the Jackson's Thunder and Lightning. Kendall, the deep threat, but he will catch balls over the middle. Tyson Kendall, with his speed and his hands, could have another big game today. Expect him to probably be watched by Dayton Schwab. Schwab is their best cover guy, the senior. But I still think Tyson Kendall, one-on-one, there's not a guy who could stay with him in this league. Watch for Kendall to have a big game. Colin Pape's got good size, and Grant Johnson likes to check down to him over the middle whenever things get crowded on the outside or with the deep ball. Liam Logan, Liam McPeak, they could factor into the game, maybe overlooked by the Star Valley scout team. We'll see. Grant Johnson, we know he's got the big arm. We know he's very accurate. If he's given time, Johnson can pick apart any team, and that includes the Star Valley Braves. And then, of course, the O-line, the D-line for the Jackson Bronx, as experienced and big as this team's ever been, and they've never really been big. We got pretty good size. We can hang with Star Valley for a half and hopefully 2 halves. Players to watch on the Star Valley side, we told you, Smith McClure, that quarterback, he's a dual threat, the leading rusher, second leading passer in the conference. He's trouble. Bryson Neal's the number 2 receiver in the 3A. He's caught 6 TD passes. Watch out for number 3, Bryson Neal. Cooper Lancaster, also a pretty good receiver, another favorite target of Smith McClure. And Grant Thompson is the number 1 defensive player in the 3A. He's number 3 in tackles. He's got 2 fumble recoveries, 2 interceptions. Grant Thompson is a beast, and Jackson's got to be careful when that guy's on the field to just stay away from him. When we come back, we should be kicking this one off. Jackson a little bit late getting here. We're just minutes away to get this one underway. It's the Fall Brawl 24 edition, and happy to be doing it here at home in Jackson Hole and not in Afton. Gorgeous night for football, and hopefully you have time to come out and join us. As you see the Jackson Bronx hit the field, they'll be wearing their home black trimmed in orange. Star Valley in their road whites trimmed in crimson as the Bronx gather on the 50-yard line in the Bronx emblem. And we'll be just about ready to go, I think, when we come back. You're enjoying the Bronx Pregame Show on the Jackson Hole Radio Sports Network.
Experience Jackson Hole like a local. Recently renovated, the 49er boasts a new lobby, extended continental breakfast, indoor swimming pool, fitness facility, and 12-person outdoor hot tub. Located on Pearl Street, the 49er is just 3 short blocks from Jackson's greatest bars and restaurants, where you'll find your home away from home. Enjoy your time in Jackson as part of the Town Square Inns and stay at the 49er Inn and Suites.
Your home for Jackson Hole High School sports is KZ95. Let's get back to the game.
So excited to get this one underway. 3 ways to join us tonight. Of course, KZ95 if you're riding around in your car or if you have a radio in your home. I don't know, but we're on terrestrial radio. That's not dead yet. 95.3 FM. You can also check us out on the radio, online radio at kz95.live. And I urge you, if you have a smart screen in front of you, to get on YouTube. We're pushing our stream to YouTube. Make sure when you're there, you type in your YouTube app, Jackson Hole Radio. That's our channel. And when you're there, hit subscribe, and you'll always be notified whenever there's a high school sports athletic event. I'm going to adjust my camera a little. I think the window is blocking some of my shot. I'm going to fix that. My camera assistant is not here yet as both teams meet out at the 50-yard line. We'll have a coin toss, and then I'm pretty sure we'll get things going. But I'm going to fix this camera. We'll be right back after this.
Hey Bronx fans, do you want the best security for your home or business? Well, call the local experts today at Mountain Alarm, a proud part of Pye Barker Fire and Safety. Mountain Alarm provides world-class fire, security, life safety, and surveillance, teamed with unmatched customer service and the highest-rated 24/7 monitoring. With our state-of-the-art systems, you can get text or email alerts in the event of an alarm or view live and recorded video on your smartphone, tablet, or computer. You can also remotely control your thermostats, lights, locks, garage doors, and so much more. Call 307-733-5844 or visit mountainalarm.com today to get a free assessment and no obligation quote on a new or upgraded system for your home or
Experience Jackson Hole like a local while staying at the Antler Inn, Elk Country Inn, Cowboy Village Resort, or 49er Inn and Suites. With the best entertainment, dining, shopping, bars, and brews all in walking distance, you'll never want to leave. Call 1-800-4-TETONS or find them on the web at townsquareinns.com.
Texting and driving. Texting and driving? Everyone knows there really is no and. You're either texting or you're driving. In other words, if you're typing or reading anything while you're behind the wheel, you're not paying attention and you're not in control of your vehicle. That's why law enforcement around the state is cracking down on distracted driving. Hey, Wyoming, let's put an end to texting and driving because we all know better. There is no and. This message was paid for by WYDOT.
Cashmere, silk, down, or denim, Blue Spruce Cleaners is where you take them. We have a friendly, knowledgeable staff eager and happy to serve you in 2 locations and on the road with daily pickup and delivery service and expert tailoring on site. We offer the best in green, effective, and gentle cleaning with Green Earth Cleaning and professional laundry for your sweaters, gowns, comforters, and linens. Blue Spruce Cleaners is a recognized reduce, reuse, recycle business leader, providing green, affordable, and friendly service to our community for over 20 years. Whatever the season, whatever the reason, Blue Spruce Cleaners.
When fire, water, mold, or other damage threatens your home or business, hand the cleanup over to the company that stays with you every step of the way. The trained professionals at ServPro handle everything from commercial water loss to residential handyman services and everything in between. Call ServPro of Jackson Hole at 307-342-1400 anytime, day or night, to schedule an appointment. That number, 307-342-1400 for ServPro.
All right, I think we're ready to play football. National anthem in the books, and ready to kick this one off. I just need a camera operator, but I think I got everything squared away. Fall brawl. Star Valley had a little bit of a slow start last week against Teton before they just piled it on 56-6. Kind of the same thing for Jackson as they ran the Bear Lake Bears out of here after a little bit of a slow start, just kept on keeping on. So it wouldn't hurt for one of these teams to jump right out. How about the home team? Jackson Bronx in black, trimmed in orange. Good crowd on hand on a beautiful night. You see Star Valley in their road whites, trimmed in crimson. I'm not sure who won the toss or which way the kick is going. They're still deciding that. As we're ready to play football, Jackson sends out what I believe is their kick team. I think they'll be kicking off, and they indeed are. It's Alexi Balag who does the kicking chores for the Bronx. We had Coach Johnson talk a little bit about Alexi, who's having a great season punting and kicking. Blog hit a 45-yarder last week. In punting, I believe, he's top 3. I think he's the number 2 ranked punter in the 3A.
Our punter?
Yeah, he's a pretty good punter. Alexi Blog does the punting and kicking. Back to receive for Jackson. That looks like Cooper Lancaster. Ball goes out of bounds, so there's going to be no return, and that's going to benefit the Bronx. Well, no, it won't. You can't kick a ball out of bounds on a kick. I forgot. I got all excited like a punt. But that's, that's a no-no on the kicking team, a penalty.
Oh.
So it'll give
Star Valley
good field position here.
I'm out of breath.
Just underway here in Jackson.
I was going to say, if anybody can't find a parking spot, just listen to us on the radio, 95.3.
Why? We're going to help them get a parking spot?
No,
they're going to kick this again, and they're going to back them up.
No, they just need to listen to us because it's going to take forever to find a parking spot so they can come watch the game live.
Oh, everybody's
it's full out there.
Stuck in traffic, nowhere to park.
No.
So Balog's going to tee it up on the 35. And for a guy with his kind of leg, it might not matter a whole lot. Cooper Lancaster on the bottom of your screen on the near side. Far side returner. And he does. Balog just kicks it right out of the end zone. And we were just bragging on this kid. Even with the ball set back on the penalty, Balog just bangs it out of the end zone. No return. Alexi is a weapon. And I'll play you what Coach Johnson had to say about him at halftime when we have some time. But Coach Johnson said, that kid, he is one of our players. So here comes Star Valley. They are going to bunch it up. Just the one receiver to the left. One guy in the backfield now for McClure. And the run is handoff to the right side. Not a lot of room there. Pickup of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Well, they're going to give him 4. 2nd and 6. I might have to go like binoculars the whole time.
Oh, I did bring my glasses. I should probably put them on.
See better when I have them.
That's a scary thought, but
That's
I won't say anything.
Martini in the backfield with McClure now off to his left hip. We got whistles before the snap.
Yep, got a flag.
That's going to be movement. And I wonder if that was McClure was directing Martini. He's like, I want you to move over here, and there's nothing wrong with it as long as nobody else is moving. And I didn't see it. But that's motion before the snap. That's going to cost Star Valley 5.
That's fine with me.
2nd and 11. Fake to Martini. They're going to throw. Passes caught. Short gain. Not a lot there. Bryson Neild, the favorite target of quarterback Cooper McClure. I keep wanting to call McClure by his brother's name. There's so many, and there's more McClures coming. Smith McClure. Smith. I just got to say that over and over. Bring up 2nd and 3, so not a bad gain. This will set up a very makeable 2nd and 3. Man in motion is Bryson Neild. And it's going to be Neild, and there's not a lot of room there. He's going to be, boy, if he's got a first down, he doesn't have it by not much. As Neild, with the carry, did get a first down. Neild on the fly sweep is able to pick up just enough. 3 yards is all he needed. That's all he got. So Star Valley with their first down on the opening possession. Braves with the football in the near hash here at their own 30-yard line. And then fresh set of downs. McClure's going to go up under center now with 2 running backs behind him. McClure hands off to the first guy through, and that's the big bruising back Grant Thompson. And he has a good gain there of about 9. 2nd and 1, just short of the 40. Star Valley's been doing that for years, where they have 2 running backs in usually the I formation, and often they'll give it to the up back, known as the blocking back or fullback. You think it's going to be the guy behind him getting the ball, but they have no problem giving to the fullback. There's a handoff to Martini. No, it's a fake. Play action pass. It's complete to the guy who just ran the ball. Breaks a couple of tackles. Tyson Kendall is the last man to drag him down inside the 30, and that's Grant Thompson again. 6 foot, 215-pound senior. And that fooled everybody, including me. I
didn't know where he was at.
Yeah, one thing that Smith McClure is very good at is that run-pass option where, boy, it really looks like he hands off, and he doesn't. And he keeps it and usually runs. Oh, and a penalty is going to bring this all the way back. Okay, well, as the hometown announcer, I don't mind that. Star Valley.
I'm liking that so far.
Maybe he doesn't like it. Yeah, that's Grant Thompson's thinking that was a lot of running for nothing. That wipes his big gain off the board. And I did not see with a penalty what it was. I'll just assume holding. It's always holding, right?
I was trying to listen, but I didn't hear either, so.
Star Valley sets up, trips left, 1 receiver to the right. This is about as spread out as Star Valley gets. Quick pass here to the near side, bumps into his own man, and goes down. The pass was complete to Roman Erickson, but Erickson ran right into Cooper Lancaster, and they both went down. Well, that's not how you draw that one up. When you're drawing the X's and O's, you can't have 2 X's occupying 1 space.
You can't.
One of them has to be an O, I think. 9:10 to go in the first. It's 3rd and 6 for Star Valley. Ball at their own 34-yard line, and the Bronx fans making a lot of noise. Smith McClure in the shotgun. He puts the man in motion. The snap to McClure, and there's movement before the snap. I don't see any flags. McClure rolls to his right. Can't find a man open. Now heaves a prayer, and it's caught. Somehow. Oh, my.
Wow.
It's Andrew Daniel, the senior, and I think McClure was just trying to get rid of that ball. And credit Daniel, he came back to help his receiver out. That looked like a wounded duck, as Lesniak was applying pressure along with another Bronx rusher. McClure felt the pressure and just chucked one up, and Daniel answered his prayer. Wow. From the gun, it's McClure again. 1st and 10, Star Valley looking to throw. McClure has time, wants it all. Near side and just out of bounds with He had Neal open. Bryson Neal down the left sideline. Had a few steps on the man covering him, but the pass was thrown over and a little out of bounds. Incomplete to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Braves. 8:13 to go in the first. Star Valley with one big chunk play taken back on a penalty. McClure again in the shotgun. Gets the snap, the handoff to Martini. Martini looking right side, got some room, got some blockers. Finally pulled down. Short of the first down as he got about 7 on the tackle. Was the Bronx Waylon Cosby. Martini is fast. He's one of their faster backs. If you're looking for the thunder and lightning, he's the lightning. Number 15, he's got good speed. And again, another good job by McClure to hide the fact that he did hand off to Martini. So a big 3rd and 3 here. See if Star Valley converts. That's the keeper from McClure. And he is not going to get there.
Way to go,
he is
defense.
stacked up. No gain, maybe a yard. And Jackson Bronx saw that coming. Early pressure applied by Matthias Wilson. That caused McClure to have to sidestep around him, and that slowed the play down. The rest of Bronx got there. So a big 4th down they're going. Coach Mackay Young going to roll the dice here early. 4th and a yard and a half. Here comes the bread and butter play for Star Valley. There it is. Pitch and a first down on inside the Jackson 40, and that's that big bruising back again. Number 31, Grant Thompson. And that's a bread and butter play. That's what they call it in Star Valley. When you
Bread
turn
and
around
butter.
and pitch to, that's their bread and butter. They'll do that when they're down to the goal line. It's very tough to stop when Thompson's got a head of steam on the pitch, and he's so big. 1st and 10, Braves. McClure wants to throw, has time, pump fake, now going long, and that's overthrown. Better coverage by Tyson Kendall. Kendall was with him every step of the way, and all McClure could do really is overthrow his man. That's Bryson Neal. And he just let it sail over his head. Kendall with one-on-one coverage, and Tyson's not going to be outrun by too many guys. So 2nd and 10 now for the Braves. 6:29 to go in the first, and a penalty here being marched off against Star Valley. And what was that one?
I missed. Trying to listen to the
So
announcer.
1st and 20 now as McClure in the shotgun. Puts a man in motion and now fumbles the snap. Picks it up, but he's going to escape one sack down the right sidelines. Pape can't catch him. He's shoved out of bounds finally. Very near a first down, and I don't know how Scott missed him. I believe that was Colin Scott, who was in there and just about had McClure in his grasp. And it was Matthias Wilson, I believe, who had McClure for a loss, and he let him slip away. Tough break. That low snap threw off the timing of that play. McClure was lucky to get it off, and he made a whole lot of something out of nothing. Smith McClure in the shotgun gets the snap, fake handoff. He's going to throw. Play action pass. That's Bryson Neal again. Another slant as they're catching the Bronx playing a little bit off Neal. Waylon Cosby was the nearest in coverage, but that's good for a first down catch. That's a 10-yard slant. Yeah, you got to get up on Neal. He is their number 1 receiver by far. That is the guy who Smith McClure feels comfortable throwing to. Grant Thompson to the backfield, the only one. 2 receivers to the 3 to left, and another fumble by McClure. He picks it up, and he's still going to gain good yardage. Dragged down finally. And he's going to be very near a first down. The tackle made by Connor Scott, but that's twice now McClure has fumbled the snap and then made something of it.
Yeah.
I mean, not just got to the line of scrimmage, made a first down run. Here he picks up 8 to make it 2nd and 2. In the backfield was Scott. is Jaden Coons. McClure in the shotgun. Coons right behind him. Man in motion is Bryson Neal. The pitch to him. Neal's got a lot of room, and then it closes quickly, and he's pulled down. Good job by Liam Logan to close the gap, and the tackle eventually made by Tyson Kendall. But it's a pickup of 2, good enough for a first down. And it's 1st and goal for the Braves at the 5. So Jackson doing kind of what they did last week, bend but don't break. The defenses look good. They're not letting the Braves push them around, but this is a time-consuming drive. We're at 4:35 and counting in the first quarter, and this is the first possession for Star Valley. Jackson yet to touch the ball, as the Braves have been going for most of the first quarter. Coons in the backfield again with McClure. Smith McClure looks around, surveys the defense, puts Bryson Neal in motion. There's the snap, and we got movement on the right side for the Braves. That's going to be 5 yards marched off, and it looked like Riley Erickson from his tight end spot left a little bit before the snap. So that's going to help Jack. Oh, now they're going to march that off on the Bronx. Offsides Jackson, so never mind. Half the distance to the goal. 1st and goal from the 2.
I don't like that.
I thought I saw movement.
I like your thought.
May have said the neutral zone. Maybe one of the Bronx jumped, and that caused Star Valley to jump. It's the only thing it could be. 3:52 and counting. Braves knocking on the door here. 1st and goal at the 2. They're going to go I formation. Watch bread and butter here with Johnson. No, it's going to be the up-back, fullback, plunges in, touchdown, Star Valley. That took a while, but they finally got there.
All right.
And I did not see who the fullback was on that play. I don't think it was Grant Thompson, but it might have been. But it was the up-back that got the carry. So touchdown, extra point coming here off the foot of Christoph Bueller. And Star Valley is 1 player short as they hustle somebody out there. Cooper Lancaster will do the holding. And Bueller the kicking. Snap good, hold good, and the kick is up and through. So early on, Star Valley converts a long, time-consuming drive that took most of the first quarter. And Star Valley's on the board, 7-0. We'll see if the Jackson Bronx can respond when we come back. With 3:38 to play here in Jackson, Star Valley 7, Jackson nothing.
Experience Jackson Hole like a local while staying at the Antler Inn, Elk Country Inn, Cowboy Village Resort, or 49er Inn and Suites. With the best entertainment, dining, shopping, bars, and brews all in walking distance, you'll never want to leave. Call 1-800-4-TETONS or find them on the web at townsquareinns.com.
Play-by-play coverage of Jackson Bronx sports continues with Jake Nichols on KZ95.
So with most of the first quarter gone, Jackson already trails by a touchdown, but that was a methodical, lengthy drive by Star Valley, hampered by a few Braves penalties. They don't do that very often. But Jackson's got to feel good about the fact they just didn't let the Braves run all over them. They made Star Valley earn every yard they got. And here's the kickoff to the Bronx. And we'll see what Jackson can do, as the kick returned out to the 24-yard line and then hitting a stone wall is the return man for the Jackson Bronx, Jeshua Flores, the 5'6", 140-pound sophomore, and he was he hit a wall. First and 10 for the Bronx, their first possession with just 3:29 left. We'll see what they choose to do. Grant Johnson and the number 3 passing offense in the 3A. Snap is low. Johnson handles it. Fake handoff. Play action. He wanted Tyson Kendall. Incomplete. Pass a little low. Kendall dropped it. Nearest man in coverage was Bryson Neal, and Tyson should have had that one. Don't know he would have had a lot of yards after the catch. But he drops it. That stops the clock, and it brings up a 2nd and 10 for the Bronx. This Brave defense, very athletic, very physical. They have good speed to the outside, and they have a real run stopper in the middle. In number 78, he makes running in the middle very difficult. Cooper Lawson looking to throw is Johnson, and another drop, incomplete, right out of the hands of Liam Logan, who pats his chest, says, my bad, and yes, that was. So don't tell me this is not nerves. You're playing the number 1 3A team. It's your arch rival. You know it's Star Valley.
You know it's Star Valley. You got a little nerves there. Yep. But we got to catch those balls, boys.
This is not Bear Lake, and that's 2 drops on 2 successive passes. Man in motion is Cosby. Out of the backfield, Grant Johnson wants him. Pass complete. Cosby down right away. Pickup of a yard, that's all. There to meet him was Grant Thompson, the Star Valley Braves leading tackler, and you see why. He's all over the field. And Cosby had no chance to show us the speed he's got. Johnson was just on him in no time. So gain of just 1, and we're going to have to see one of the top punters in the 3A, Alexi Balog, right now. As he comes out to do the kicking chores. Back to receive Star Valley with 2 guys. Cooper Lancaster on the near side. On the far side, Bryson Neal. We'll see what Balog does as he bangs it to that's going to be far side Neal. Neal going up the right sidelines. He's got a lot of room, too much room. Bryson Neal all the way up the right sidelines. Touchdown return. No flag. Oh, there is a flag. Hold on.
There is where?
There's a flag down at the 44-yard line as they celebrate. What a run. I tell you, Jackson has been victimized by plays up that far right sideline, both punting and kicking. I don't know what it is, but we saw Owen Meyer victimize this team. The Douglas going to be holding on Star Valley. That's coming back, and Jackson catches a break. Wow. So they're excited over there in the anti-black hole across the way. You see the Star Valley cheers section. They were really jumping up and down about that. What a run from Bryson Neal, but it's all erased on the hold, and that happened way back here at midfield. Referee is going to put the ball down at the Jackson 40. Going to start counting at the Jackson 44, sorry.
Ooh,
as he marches this off all the way back into Star Valley territory. So
that's
Neal
15, isn't it?
With an impressive run, but it's all for no. And they're going to tack out more. There was a 15-yard personal foul at the end of that play in the end zone, I believe, for celebration. So this is 25 yards of penalty. And you saw the referee carefully counting it. That goes all the way back to the Star Valley 31. Wow, 2 costly penalties. We said in the pregame the Braves do not normally hurt themselves with penalties, but they've had some big ones here that have erased.
But they're playing Jackson.
Big plays, yes. Smith McClure wants to talk things over with the running back. I don't have a 34. I'm not sure who that is, but meanwhile, McClure's in trouble and down he goes. Finally, Jackson gets to him. Matthias Wilson brings down McClure with a sack. And it'll bring up 2nd and 13, and that's the 3rd time that Matthias Wilson has had McClure in his sights, in his grasp, and that's the first time he was able to drag him down.
I know. I thought he passed it. I was like zooming over to the...
Well, he lost him those other times. He brought him down that time.
Nice.
34 is Nathan Hatterley, so I got to remember that. Here we go, 2nd and 13 for the Braves after the sack. Smith McClure wants to throw, got a man wide open. Pass complete, good tackle though, and it's short of the first down. That was that was Erickson Roman, the sophomore, 6'2", 180-pound sophomore with a catch.
Brought down by Kendall.
Tyson Kendall on the tackle, thank you. It brings up 3rd and 4 for Star Valley. And you hear the hometown crowd making some noise. This would be a big stop if the Bronx can come up with it. In motion, Bryson Neal Neal gets the carry on the fly sweep, gets a good block, and he's going to make a first down. Finally dragged down by Jack Barazay. What a good block out front, I believe, by his number counterpart. I wanted to say 52 made that block for him. 52 on the tackle, that's Barazay. But the block that sprung Neal was made by Coulter Martinson, the senior tight end. And that's a first down out to midfield for the Braves. They're on the move again. Fresh set of downs. McClure with a snap. Gives straight ahead to Martini. Nothing doing. No gain. And guess who? It's Matthias Wilson again on the stop. He's been problems for Star Valley. Clock at 25 seconds and counting here in the first. And that was no gain. It's 2nd and 10 for the Braves. They're going to try to get one off before the end of the quarter. McClure stares up the clock. He sees he's got time. In the shotgun, takes the snap. McClure wants to throw. Fires far side, got a man, caught, spun down, out of bounds, just short of the sticks. Pickup of 9. Liam Logan on the coverage. It's Bryson Neal again, McClure's favorite receiver. It'll bring up, and he did get out of bounds. That'll stop the clock. This is going to be a 3rd and 1, or they give him the first down? I don't think so. He didn't get there.
They've still got 3 up there.
Yeah, that's 3rd and about a foot. Good tackle by Logan. Stopped Neal just short. So this will be the final play of the quarter in the I formation. Here comes Star Valley's bread and butter.
I knew you were going to say that.
Man in motion, fake handoff, and it's going to be Johnson, the big bruising back, and he's all the way down to the Jackson 30 with a first down. And a big carry. Thompson. Grant Thompson. We got a Grant Johnson on our team, and we got a Grant Thompson on their team. Thompson is a big kid. 6 foot, 215 running back. And he is tough to bring down. That'll do it for the first quarter with a score after 1 in the books. Star Valley 7, Jackson nothing. Right back after these. You're enjoying Bronx football on the Jackson Hole Radio Sports Network.
Cashmere, silk, down, or denim, Blue Spruce Cleaners is where you take them. We have a friendly, knowledgeable staff eager and happy to serve you in 2 locations and on the road with daily pickup and delivery service and expert tailoring on site. We offer the best in green, effective, and gentle cleaning with Green Earth Cleaning and professional laundry for your sweaters, gowns, comforters, and linens. Blue Spruce Cleaners is a recognized reduce, reuse, recycle business leader, providing green, affordable, and friendly service to our community for over 20 years. Whatever the season, whatever the reason, Blue Spruce Cleaners.
Here's your voice of the Jackson Bronx, Jake Nichols on KZ95.
Jake and Kimmy, she wants it noted, and her camera's pointing at nothing again.
Sorry. No, I had it, and then I got distracted.
First and 10, Star Valley. We're going to switch sides. The Braves on the Jackson 30. Quick pass, pump fake. Now he wants to go long. Got a man, end zone, touchdown.
Oh, I went too far.
Just like that. Cooper Lancaster on the receiving end. The touchdown pass. Victimized on the coverage for Jackson was number 83 in coverage. That was a tough play. Cooper did a nice job. He wanted that short pass in the flat. He pump fake. It wasn't there. And then he saw Winston Oakes, the 6'2 junior, had lost sight of Lancaster just a little bit. And he let it fly. And it's a touchdown for Star Valley. The PAT is up and good, so the Braves in one play here in the second quarter make it a 14-0 lead. And, you know, Jackson defense has been good. That was the one big play they've given up. But otherwise, they've been an inspiration for the offense.
Yeah.
The offense was 3 and out. The defense playing their guts out. They've got to pick it up. Offense has to respond here. You cannot let Star Valley just run away here.
We can't drop passes. We got
It'd
to
be
catch
nice
the ball.
to catch some passes.
I mean, I know it's called football, but you're supposed to catch the ball, not use your foot.
Star Valley will kick off, leading 14-0. Jackson trying to answer. So far, the Braves have scored touchdowns on 2 multi-play drives that took a long time. This one capped with a touchdown pass to Cooper Lancaster. who had got past Winston Oaks, and a nice touchdown pass. It was a smart play by the quarterback, Smith McClure, because I'm pretty sure that play was designed to go on the flat, but one of the Bronx coverage men was going to jump that route, so he pump faked, threw it deep, and had a man. That kick in the end zone, there'll be no return. Jackson will start this drive at their own 20-yard line. And 80 yards to go for Pater. Plenty of time to go in the half. 11:53 left in the second quarter. Star Valley up 14-0, but it hasn't been as lopsided. I mean, the Jackson defense done a pretty good job, and the Jackson offense has been the disappointment, but they barely had a chance. 3 plays, and they were done. So we'll see if the Bronx can put up a little bit of fight here on offense as Grant Johnson brings them out in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left. High snap over the head of Johnson all the way in the end zone, and Star Valley covers it for a touchdown. Oh, my. It looked like the Bronx were going to be able to fall on that. That would have been at least a safety, but it was Star Valley that jumped on it, and in one play, in 3 seconds, it's 20-0. And that's exactly what you can't let happen. That's, again, a case of nerves. We haven't seen a bad snap all season. And there's movement here. Looks like the Bronx are offside. And this is the case where Jackson's a young team. Star Valley's very, very experienced. And the Bronx right now are just feeling the pressure of playing their arch rival, playing at home, playing the number 1 team in the 3A, and just mistake-prone. 2 drop passes, a snap over the head of the quarterback. Now an offsides on the PAT. Star Valley may go for 2 here as the ball moves half the distance. And I believe they will. With the penalty, this now moves the ball to about the 1-yard line. So instead of
they're going to try
2 yards to go, there's just 1. That's a different quarterback, and there's the bread and butter play, and that's... Boy, if he's in, it's not by much. No indication. Did not get in.
No. Good job holding, boys.
And that was Thompson on the carry. It was the backup quarterback, Phoenix Hovey, who pitched to Thompson, who is just so big and so tough to bring down, but he could not manage even a yard against that defense. So right now, the Jackson defense has done their job, and this offense has been not good. And right now, I know everybody plays 2 ways in high school football, but if this was the pros and the defense has been on the field the whole game,
they're going to be a little mad at that.
Yeah, they come over to the sideline.
Come on, boys.
And you see somebody in the face of the quarterback. You say, hey, we're out here playing. I don't know what you guys are doing.
Joe, are y'all the same game?
Yeah.
You woke up yet?
Little help, maybe. 20-0 early on the missed PAT. So Star Valley up 3 scores as we get ready with a kickoff here coming off the foot of Christoph Bueller, the junior. Back to receive for the Bronx. Near side is Waylon Cosby. Far side is
back in the end
Flores,
zone.
I believe. Yeah, and that's just going to go in the end zone for the touchback. Ball will come out to the 20-yard line. So a battle of kickers. Both these guys are able to get to the end zone with their kickoffs. So if anything, we can watch these 2 kickers go at it. 2 really good ones tonight. But I want to see some offense. I mean, as good as we were offensively, Jackson last week been tough going so far at Star Valley. There have been 4 total plays on offense, 2 drop passes, a 1-yard completion, and a snap over the head of the quarterback for a touchdown other team. Johnson, RPO, is going to throw right side. Got a man, Tyson Kendall. Kendall's brought down, but a pickup of 7 will bring up 2nd and 3. Wyatt Martini on the tackle for Star Valley, but that's the guy that's got to get involved. Your number 1 receiver, wearing the number 1, Tyson Kendall, was open on the right side, and that's a good, easy play to kind of get the confidence back. Grant Johnson with the play action, and then just found Kendall on the right side wide open. 2nd and 3, that's manageable. With 11:05 to go here in the half. Jackson sends out 2 receivers to the left. That's Liam Logan. Down at the bottom of your screen, Tyson Kendall in the slot. Snap is to Johnson. Give to Wyatt Cosby, and there's nothing there. Maybe a yard. He'll still bring up 3rd and 2, and it just has not been any running room for Cosby.
4 and 2, right?
And I know Coach Johnson brags on his speed. We know the kid runs track, but Cosby can't show you any speed if he can't get through the defensive line. And there was just nowhere to go. Yeah. Everything was stuffed by that gigantic senior, Cooper Lawson. 6'6", 260. If you're going to run at him, you got to get him blocked. Big 3rd down here for Jackson. They say Cosby actually lost a yard.
That's what I
so
thought
it's
it said.
3rd and 4. Johnson wants to throw off play. Actually got a man wide open over the middle. Caught. That's a 1st down. Colin Poppy to the 45-yard line.
I'm liking all the moms with their sons' jerseys out in front of us.
Poppy mom out front. I saw one of the Jackson Bronx moms wearing a T-shirt today that said, "Stay calm and beat Star Valley."
I love it.
1st and 10, Jackson at their own 46-yard line. Johnson puts a man in motion. That's Cosby. Watch him in the flat. No, Johnson never looks at him. Coming near side, and the pass is, I believe, incomplete. Intended for Kendall. No.
Number 2.
They'll give him the catch. Liam Logan. And that's going to be good for about 6. We'll bring up 2nd and 4. Good, quick pass play. And Jackson doing a lot of play-action stuff. Every time they look to throw, it's Johnson with a fake handoff first. They're trying to draw those Star Valley linebackers in, suck them in, and work the area behind them, especially with Pape. There's a snap. Johnson gives straight ahead, twisting, turning, and then finally brought down by a host of Star Valley tacklers. Leading the way was Andrew Taylor, and there was just nothing there on the run play for Jackson. It'll bring up 3rd and 4, 9:25 to go in the half. Jackson already down 20-0. It sounds bad,
They've been playing good.
There was one horrible offensive mistake and 2 long drives by Star Valley where the Jackson defense made them earn it. Big 3rd down here for the Bronx. Good hard count. That draws Star Valley off. And that's going to be a 1st down for the Bronx. You saw quarterback Grant Johnson clap his hands, go with a hard count, and Star Valley jumped. And that was a couple, 3 guys who jumped offsides.
Yeah, that was a big part of the line.
It'll be 1st and goal. Jackson's first time in Star Valley territory here at their 43-yard line with a fresh set of downs. So an impressive-looking drive for the Jackson Bronx. 2 running backs in the backfield in the offset eye. Grant Johnson in the shotgun, gets the snap. The give straight ahead, and not a lot of running room there.
I don't like the going down the middle
all
part.
Plugged up. Well, the idea is to hit him with a guy who's bigger than Wyatt Cosby. So it's Matthias Wilson gets the call there, 6'1", 230, but there just was no hole at all. And it'll bring up 2nd and 11 as he lost a yard.
Yeah, someone that just jumped off.
Jackson's probably got to go back to the air here. There's just been no rushing game for the Bronx all season. And I know it's not Cosby's fault. I know he's got the wheels. They just haven't been able to run. This is a passing team, and we might have to live with that. Fake handoff, play action. And it's incomplete. Pass intended again for Tyson Kendall. Nearest man on the coverage for Star Valley was A.J. Hale, the 6'3", 200-pound senior. So it'll bring up 3rd down now. And a big 3rd down and 11 for Jackson. Ball at the Star Valley 44. Bronx first time in Brave territory. First time the offenses looked like they could do anything here, and they're looking pretty good, but this is going to be a challenge. 3rd and 11. We'll see if Star Valley elects to bring pressure here, as Johnson has pretty much got to air it out. He's got Cosby in the backfield with him. Tyson Kendall, Liam McPeak to the right side. The snap, Johnson looking to throw, and he's pressured, gets rid of it, and it's caught. Short of the first down, and I believe that's Tyson Kendall again. It is. He's just inside the 40, and they'll mark it at the 38-yard line, so that's not enough. We'll see what Jackson's in 4-down territory. They're down 20, and you can't punt from here.
Might as well try.
Alexi Blog might be able to hit a field goal from here, but you need 7. 4th and 5, Bronx have to go.
Yeah, got to go for it. I mean, remember what was my saying?
You got to try.
You don't know if you don't try.
Don't know if you don't try. They're going to go.
You got to try if you want to know, or something like that.
Boy, I can't believe Johnson got rid of that pass, as he was heavily pressured. Just as the contact got there, the ball was out of his hands. Johnson again with a hard count. Almost worked, but it didn't. A little bit of a flinch there from Ryan Talbot, the junior. He almost went off, and he just held himself. So Bronx were looking to get the cheap 5, didn't get it. Now they're going to draw up the real play. I bet they didn't even have one called.
Oh, yeah. Like, hey, it worked last time. Let's try it again.
6:52 to go in the second. 4th down and 5. Bronx just have to do something offensively and keep their defense off the field, because the Braves have a 20-0 lead. And, man, it would have been nice to take away that bad snap in the end zone. That was a killer. Otherwise, this is kind of a 2-score game with Star Valley.
That bad snap hurt.
To hold Star Valley to 2 touchdowns and a half is not all that bad if your offense can just get it done. To surrender 28 points is what Star Valley would have been on track for. That's not bad ask of the defense, but the problem is that high snap with Jackson deep in their own territory, right over the head of Grant Johnson. He couldn't track it down. Star Valley fell on it. That was an easy 6.
Yeah.
And that was a killer. 4th and 5. Bronx going to go. Tyson Kendall in the near slot. Watch him. 2 receivers to the right. Cosby in motion. Johnson gets the snap. Looking. Left. Wants to throw. Wants it all. Liam Logan incomplete. Over his head. Logan was trying to draw the PI as he went down pretty easily.
Yeah.
But that ball was uncatchable, overthrown. So Jackson, I don't mind it. You got single coverage on the outside. Take a shot. You're down 20-0. 5 yards isn't as impressive as 7 points would be. Take a shot.
Yeah, that's right. 'Cause we've seen that passing. I mean, we've got to catch those balls and get off those nerves a little bit, because we've seen them. And once they connect, they connect.
I love the play call. Tyson Kendall's getting double covered.
Yep.
You got a good other wide receiver in Liam Logan, and he had a step. I love it. Offsides Jackson here, and the Bronx just not helping themselves out. Jackson's been a bundle of nerves in this first half. 6:47 to go in the second. Jackson down 20-0. Star Valley with now a 1st and 5 at their own 43. McClure in the shotgun. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. He wants to throw left. Looking. Fires wide open is Lancaster. He's spun down by Tyson Kendall, so number 1 tackles number 1. But Lancaster's got plenty for a first down to the Bronx territory at the 47-yard line. They get the 46.
I want to say get your head in the game, but then that makes me think of a song from High School Musical, so. You ignore me when I say something.
Not familiar.
Like that. Oh, yeah, maybe I'll have to have you watch it.
In the shotgun, it's McClure calling his own number. No, he pitches to Martini. Martini doesn't have a lot of room there. Jackson did a good job stringing that out, and Colin Pape in on the hit, along with help from Matthias Wilson. Martini picks up nothing, really. It'd be 2nd and 5. There was just not a lot of room there. That's twice now that Wyatt Martini has tried to find the edge, and Jackson strung it out well. 2nd down and 5. Let's make it 6. Looked like they lost a yard. I formation. McClure up under center now. Puts a man in motion. The snap and the give to the second back through. That's Thompson. Thompson's got enough for a first down as he rumbles inside the Jackson 35. Tackle made by Wyatt Cosby from his safety position, and Wyatt's got to be thinking, I wish a linebacker would tackle this guy. He's way too big to be out here in the secondary. 1st and 10 now for Star Valley. 5:20 to go in the half as McClure lines them up again in the I formation. The Braves going no huddle here. Man in motion. Snap and the give. No. Back to throw. Play action. Now hassled is McClure. He's going to fire out of bounds. Just trying to get rid of it. The pressure applied there by Zalesnik. Good job to run McClure out of the pocket. Hey, Marcus. Yeah, buddy. So it'll bring up 2nd and 10. 5:06. Clock stopped on the incompletion. Andrew Daniel has been the guy in motion there for Star Valley a couple of times as the Braves going to line it up again with a double tight end formation. 2 receivers to the right. McClure in the shotgun. Snap and the give is to Cooper Lancaster over left tackle. He's got a blocker. Cooper Lancaster to the 15, 10. Finally dragged down at about the 6. Lancaster over left tackle and a big Star Valley gain. First down, and they're on the drive again. They're in the red zone, or as they call it in Afton, the Crimson Zone. Star Valley knocking on the door once more. They're already up 20-0. Now, a sneaky little play there, and any way to get Cooper Lancaster to the football. That kid is just fast. 6'4", 175-pound junior, and a big run to the Jackson 10, where it'll be 1st down and goal. Let's put it at, about the 10. McClure's getting chased here, and he's down. A big sack.
Yeah. Right,
and the second sack of the game for Matthias Wilson. As we see it on the replay, Wilson has been in McClure's face all night long. He's been the one bright spot for Jackson. McClure had no chance. Matthias Wilson, the second time he's brought Smith McClure down to the ground. McClure now turns around, has a word with his running back. That's Coons Jaden. I wonder if that name isn't backwards. And then a run over left side, touchdown run, and in is Coons. I think that's Jaden Coons. It's got to be. Touchdown, Star Valley. And that's, yes, Jaden Coons. I have it backwards on my sheet. But Coons is in with a touchdown run. Star Valley up 26-0 now with a PAT coming, and they're going to look to kick this one, see if they can boot it through. It will be Christoph Bueller, puts a toe to it, up and in. So Star Valley with a 27-0 lead, 3:49 to play in the half. We'll take a break, come right back here to the back. After these, you're enjoying Bronx football on the Jackson Hole Radio Sports Network.
When fire, water, mold, or other damage threatens your home or business, hand the cleanup over to the company that stays with you every step of the way. The trained professionals at ServPro handle everything from commercial water loss to residential handyman services and everything in between. Call ServPro of Jackson Hole at 307-342-1400 anytime, day or night, to schedule an appointment. That number, 307-342-1400 for ServPro.
You're watching and listening to live coverage of Jackson Hole High School sports on KZ95.
Well, this is not the way it's supposed to be going for the Jackson Bronx.
Nope.
Big shout out to FLA. Diane's watching us in Florida, and she's the mother of Whitney, who is the mom of Liam McPeak, just in case. So I know who she's rooting for. Diane, thanks for tuning in, and we hope Liam does something big, real big, to help the Bronx out. They're down 27-0. Here's the kick to Jackson from Bueller, and right at the 20-yard line. A whole lot of white jerseys got there in a hurry. So Jackson return out to the 20 where they'll start 1st and 10. Already down 27-0. And, well, all right, you've survived the first quarter and a half if you're Jackson. You've been nervous.
Well.
Yeah, you've been nervous. Defense playing well. You had your last drive offensively, had some positive things happen. Now playing Star Valley, the worst that can happen is they're up 27-0. So start playing football and let it all hang out. Liam Logan, Tyson Kendall, wide to the left here, and now Kendall in motion. He's going to hit the fly sweep pitch. Kendall, far side, no room. No room at all as Kendall is brought down by 2 Star Valley tacklers. That include A.J. Hale and Hayden Morgan. They were ready for that. Kendall had nowhere to go. In fact, lost a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11 for the Bronx, just inside their 20th and 19. I know they want to get Kendall the football. He's pretty speedy, but I think Star Valley, it's tough.
Too. Like that's been a weapon. That's something that's worked the last couple of weeks. So Star Valley knows that.
Yeah, they know Kendall. There's a give straight ahead. A little bit of room for Cosby as he spins out of one tackle and gets out to the 25. It'll bring up 3rd and 5, and that's the best run from Cosby we've seen today as he spun out of the arms of Riley Erickson, the linebacker, and picked up 5. So 6, actually. They were facing a 2nd and 11. So it's 3rd and 5, 2.5 minutes to go in the half. Jackson trying to put together some kind of drive. A, to keep their defense off the field. They need a break. And B, we need some points here, down 4 scores. Kendall and Logan again to the bottom of your screen, far left side. Snap, fake handoff, looking to throw, looking for Pape. Down he goes. The pass was overthrown. In close coverage was Jaden Coons, the Brave that just scored that touchdown. Pape, they kind of reached for it, but kind of didn't want to. And it was well overthrown anyway. 4th and 5, and that was a big miss there because that's going to bring out the punt team. I mean, the good news, we get to see Alexi Blag, who is a good punter. Star Valley knows that their 2 deep men are very deep at their own 27-yard line. They're expecting something big from Alexi. Second time he's had to punt. Blag gets it off. Short kick for him on that far side. It'll be down at about the 42 as it goes out of bounds, actually. Star Valley will take over in good field position here at about their own 42. With 2 minutes to go, we'll see if McKay Young wants to put some heat on and go for another score. They're going to put the ball at the 40. The Braves already up 27-0. The starting unit's still out there. Second half, we may see some substitutions, but right now the Braves looking to run that 2-minute offense. They have all their timeouts. McClure looks over the defense, puts a man in motion. That's Bryson Neild. Fake handoff to Neild. McClure wants it. Oh, and it's overthrown. He was looking for Erickson, but overthrew him. Erickson, not the speediest guy in the world. If you're going to run a go ball, if you're going to run a post route, he's the last guy I would run on the post route. But Erickson, that ball well overthrown. 2nd and 10. So Star Valley, boy, if there was any question whether they want more points, it was answered there as they are chucking it.
Of course.
Now they run up under center with McClure. 2 running backs in the backfield. This looks like a running play here on 2nd and 10. McClure gets the snap. Fake handoff. Nope, wants to throw again. Pass in the flat. Incomplete off the hands of Grant Thompson. And that ball again thrown a little bit high. Thompson could not pull it down. 3rd and 10. And Star Valley doing Jackson a favor here. They run 2 plays and took 10 seconds off the clock. That's all because they're throwing and they're incomplete. And a team that really runs so well, I'm a little surprised they come up throwing 27-0.
Maybe they're going for it because they're already up. What do they have to hurt?
3rd and 10. In the shotgun is McClure. Twin set. Two receivers left and right. The snap. Smith McClure back to throw. Has time. Now he's flush from the pocket. McClure going to tuck it and run. And he's down inside the Jackson 45 to the 44. That's a first down run. McClure, that's the third time today the quarterback McClure has made something of what was horrible. Two bad snaps he turned into gold, and nobody open there. And when he got pressured, he just ran for it. Picked up 18 yards. McClure wants to throw far side. Got a man wide open. Pass is caught. It's Bryson Neal. Wiggles out of one tackle. First Bronc there to meet him was Jacob Roper, but he could not wrap him up. And another first down pass completion. This one to Bryson Neal. And we said coming in he was the favorite target of Smith McClure. McClure has found him again. And Star Valley calls the timeout.
Nope. Jackson
calls the timeout. Well, that's doing a favor for Star Valley there to stop the clock. Jackson wants to regroup that defense, though. If you're Coach Johnson, I know you're helping the Braves here, stopping the clock, but you got to give your defense a little bit of a blow. They've been on the field the whole half.
Working hard.
27-0 with 1:21 to go. Star Valley has all three of its timeouts. Jackson down to their final. So the defense trying to make one last stand here, and I know a score of 27-0 doesn't make it look like the Black and Orange have been doing too much defensively. They've actually been pretty good.
I know if I had to say props for the D, even though you would think no because the other team has points.
Three receivers to the right, one to the left. One runner in the backfield is Martini, who sets up just to the right hip of McClure. McClure in the gun, wants to throw. Hands off to Martini on a delayed handoff. Nobody saw it, and now they get it tackled. He ran right by Connor Scott, who then said, wait a minute, McClure doesn't have the ball anymore. Wyatt Martini does, and he caught him and brought him down. Good play by Scott, who was initially fooled. Pickup of just 2, 2nd and 8. Star Valley going quickly here. McClure to throw, pressured, gets rid of it. Pass complete, and down to the 15-yard line, and another first down. The completion, good hit by Liam Logan on the end of that. But I believe that was Lancaster on the first down catch. Clock ticking, 40 seconds. Star Valley not using their timeouts. Rolling left is Smith McClure. Wants to throw. Fires incomplete. Flags down. Pass intended for Lancaster. Good coverage by Tyson Kendall, but we'll see what the flag is about. In the area of holding.
Sounds like it's against Star Valley.
And that is against the Braves. So with 33 seconds, that pushes Star Valley back a little bit. It is holding on the visitors. Braves with the ball at the Jackson Bronc 25, far hash, facing a 1st and 20. They have all three timeouts, clock at 30 seconds and counting. McClure in the shotgun, empty backfield. It's going to keep it himself. Tucks it and run, design run. McClure to the 15, 10, 5. He's in. Touchdown, Star Valley. And McClure made it look easy, and you see why he's this team's leading rusher. As you take a look at the tail end of the replay, McClure it's just wide open in the middle. As the Broncs were in man coverage, everybody with their back to the quarterback. Nobody saw McClure take off on a design keeper. He's in untouched. And Star Valley just starting to ramp it up now. 33-0. Point after coming from Bueller. The kick is good. And the Braves lead this one 34-0 over the Jackson Broncs. We'll come right back. We still have 19 seconds to go in the half. Don't go anywhere. Halftime show coming up right after these.
Experience Jackson Hole like a local. Recently renovated, the 49er boasts a new lobby, extended continental breakfast, indoor swimming pool, fitness facility, and 12-person outdoor hot tub. Located on Pearl Street, the 49er is just 3 short blocks from Jackson's greatest bars and restaurants, where you'll find your home away from home. Enjoy your time in Jackson as part of the Town Square Inns, and stay at the 49er Inn and Suites.
Let's get back to the live action on KZ95. Here's Jake Nichols.
Yeah, here I am. Where are you? Diane's in Florida. Star Valley and Jackson are right here at the MAC in Jackson, Wyoming. Gorgeous fall afternoon and evening.
Very nice evening. Great day for football.
Beautiful. I bet our high today was every bit as high as Florida. And we probably hit 80 today.
I'm guessing so. I never checked, but I'd bet we did too.
Bueller set to kick off here for Star Valley. Ball teed up at the 40. Bangs one. Cosby says, nah, I'm not going to return that. That's over his head, well into the end zone for the touchback. So Jackson will get the ball first and 10, their own 20, but with 19 seconds to work and one timeout. So not likely to try anything here. I wouldn't try too much.
If we're too close. Yeah, right now I don't think I would either.
That's maybe a good time to work on that non-existent running game that hasn't really come together. But yeah, you don't want to.
I'm not for sure our passing game has come together tonight either, though.
Just can't make a mistake down here this deep in your own half of the field. First and 10, Jackson. In the shotgun is Johnson. He's got. Looks like Liam Logan in the backfield. No, that's Cosby. Fake handoff. They do want to throw. It's Tyson Kendall with a catch out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Good job. Got some yards.
Just a quick little play and taking what Star Valley gives them.
2 and 5.
It's out to the 26. Pickup of 2nd and 4.
Yep. Okay, 2 and 4 to go.
Play just took
got 6.
6 seconds is all. Down to 13 seconds now. Second down. So Jackson at least getting comfortable trying to run that 2-minute offense, trying to run that quick offense when you have no timeouts and a long way to go. Cosby in the backfield, 2 receivers to the right. It's McPeak far side. And just inside of him in the slot is Kendall. The handoff is to Cosby. Got a little bit of running room. Bounces it outside. Waylon Cosby finally driven out of bounds at the 35. But that's Cosby's best run of the night.
That's first and 10. Let's go. Oh, we only have 6 seconds left, though. Let's have one big throw and just run.
Just like really whip it?
Yeah. Sorry.
6.5 seconds.
We can do it. Big Hail Mary.
You're just going for the Hail Mary?
Let's go for it.
Hey, you're an aggressive coach.
Let's go.
As a cameraman, you are one aggressive coach.
Yeah, it's been my fantasy team didn't do a little bit better.
First down for Jackson, 6.5 seconds. Johnson, snap. Handoff to Cosby, whistles, and might have been movement before the snap. That's the only thing that could have been, I would imagine. As they were going to run, Cosby on the right tackle, but looked like Jackson moved. They did. A little bit of movement before the snap. So it'll be 1st and 15, and really, none of this matters.
6 seconds.
Just trying to get some positive yardage on a few plays here.
To prove to them that they can do it.
Yeah, I mean,
they can.
The drop passes, the penalty, it's been mistakes of nervousness, obviously, from the Bronx offense. They really haven't settled in yet. They had one good drive, but no points to show for it. Johnson the snap. Blitz is on for Star Valley. Pass incomplete. Intended for Logan. They're going to say it was picked off. Reaching in and stealing that pass was Riley Erickson. And that was an interception. Grant Johnson's first pick against him. And Riley Erickson, the big senior linebacker for Star Valley, comes away with the interception. With 2 seconds, I would imagine Star Valley will take a knee here, but you never know when you're talking about rivals.
They're not going to take a knee.
Star Valley would love to crush Jackson, just
because.
Throttle us, and they are going to go for a Hail Mary.
Of course they are.
That far side, they got 4 receivers out there. McClure's just going to chuck it. He does.
Oops.
We'll see who comes up with it, and that's intercepted by Jackson.
Good.
Boy, I'm surprised at Star Valley.
I'm not surprised. Just
I'm
watching
very
over
surprised.
the years, I am not surprised at all that they would do that.
Let's take a look at the replays. You see those 4 receivers.
What happened out here?
The pass, and it's intercepted on the replay.
I know, but there were some whistles blowing.
Well, I don't know, but I can't imagine as, I don't want to speak for Coach Johnson, but as far as the coaching, I mean, I'm surprised with 2 seconds you're throwing a Hail Mary up 34-0.
I'm not surprised.
Number 2, and here's why.
I'm not surprised.
Not necessarily the fact that I don't think Star Valley wants to run it up on their arch rival Jackson. Braves would love nothing more to come out of here with a 150-0 win. Sure, they'll never stop. But with 2 seconds and a desperation like that, all you do is invite injury. And if Star Valley's sights are set on being the state champs and they need Smith McClure to do that, why do you have him back there trying to throw a Hail Mary? And he got rushed heavily.
I just still think it's Star Valley. It doesn't surprise me. It does not surprise me at all.
Star Valley going for a field goal here with the ball going to be spotted at the 30, so it'll be a 40-yard field goal off the foot of Christoph Bueller. No, that's not Bueller. They must have another long kicker.
Yeah, Jackson just took their last
Lawson.
timeout for the half, even though there's no time left.
Jackson takes the timeout. Tate Lawson is lined up to kick this. 6'5", 185-pound junior, 180-pound junior. I don't know why Lawson is going to try a kick here unless he's not really going to kick it, or unless Bueller is not really their long kicker.
Really?
But again, I'm surprised you're trying to kick a field goal.
Surprised.
I mean,
I look at who they're playing. I am not surprised. There's no surprise from this girl right here.
Coach Mecca Young has been the Braves coach for many, 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 many years. He's a very good coach.
But it
very
does not
well
surprise
respected.
me.
The Star Valley Braves are a well-coached team. I disagree with him on this call to throw a Hail Mary pass up 34-0 with 2 seconds. You can only get your guys hurt on a play like that. What's the point? If you want to be in another month, you want to be in Laramie playing for a state title. You don't need to get someone hurt in a game where you're up 34-0.
I hear you there, but I'm just going to say I'm not surprised.
And now with presumably the clock's showing 0, but now
there was a penalty, and so they're coming back.
I mean, you just take a knee here and you get in the locker room. I mean, you don't show up a team and kick.
See. I don't know.
And they're gonna, and this time it's Bueller. It is their normal kicker. Bueller out there. Lancaster will do the holding. It would be a 40-yarder. Ball spotted at the near hash at the 30. Snap good. Kick is blocked, and the hometown crowd loves that. But wait a minute. Careful what you wish for. Picking up the ball and running with it is the kicker, Christoph Bueller, and it was a scary moment, but down he goes. And you know what? You just gave the Jackson crowd a little bit of life right there, because I don't think that went over very well. Star Valley trying to kick a 40-yard field goal, already up 34-0, and the crowd loves the fact that the Bronx blocked it and then were able to make the tackle. So, even hearing some boos raining from the black hole. I mean, Star Valley is the team. Yeah. Let's talk about that when we come back. We're at halftime. Star Valley 34, Jackson nothing. Coming right back with a halftime show from the Willie Mack after the...
High Country Linen Service has grown with its state-of-the-art facility to be the premier rental service for linens, uniforms, and entry mats. High Country Linen also provides wholesale janitorial supplies, paper products, and earth-friendly cleaning supplies to Jackson Hole, Teton Valley, and beyond. Call 733-2638 or come see us at 355 North Glenwood. On the web at highcountrylinen.com.
Experience Jackson Hole like a local. Recently renovated, the 49er boasts a new lobby, extended continental breakfast, indoor swimming pool, fitness facility, and 12-person outdoor hot tub. Located on Pearl Street, the 49er is just 3 short blocks from Jackson's greatest bars and restaurants, where you'll find your home away from home. Enjoy your time in Jackson as part of the Town Square Inns and stay at the 49er Inn and Suites.
We're back here at halftime. Jackson Bronx looking at the big old scoreboard, and it's, I forgot to do the timeouts. Every time there's a timeout, I don't know where my mind's at today. Yeah. Timeouts, of course, are always brought to you by Jackson Hole Ford. They'll meet or beat any offer with their low overhead. Means you win every time. The best deals you thought were in Idaho Falls, Salt Lake, Denver. No way. You can get them right here in Jackson without having to drive hours and hours and hours. Let them try to beat the price you found on the internet, and I bet they can. Jackson Hole Ford sponsoring timeouts. There was a few of them in the first half. Big O Scoreboard, our friends at Big O, offering 6 months interest-free, no down payment required financing OAC. Big O Scoreboard is looking a little bit crooked right now. Yuck. As I'll show it to you here, 34-0 Star Valley. As you see the dance team. Is that cheer squad, dance team? What are they?
Dance team.
Dance team doing their thing, trying to get the crowd pumped. We need it. We need some kind of action going here from the offense. And let's one last time talk about it and then put it to bed. But up 34-0 with 2 seconds to go. And the ball at the Jackson 30. You don't take a knee, already leading by 4 score. You want to just chuck one in the end zone and see if you can get another touchdown?
Yeah, rack out the points. Like, it does not surprise me. That's all I'm going to say again. Does not surprise me.
Wow. It surprises me.
It surprises me in the fact that you are up. You know you're probably going to stay up.
Yeah.
Why not take a knee exactly for what you think? But at the same time, I look at the route on there, and it does not surprise me.
Every other team in the 3A takes a knee there, I think. And I'm not trying to be hard on Coach Mackie Young. I mean, he's a great, great, great coach. I'm not down on Star Valley. I talked them up at the pregame like they were going to crush us, you know. And I'm supposed to be a Bronx announcer.
You're lucky I wasn't here because
right?
You know I would have cut you down on that one.
This has nothing to do with being a homer. I don't care if it's the Bronx. I don't care if this is whoever we're announcing for. You're up 34-0 with 2 seconds to go. I think you take a knee and go into the half, and you bring out your second unit guys in the second half and be done with it. But yeah, that Hail Mary and then the field goal try. Maybe the field goal try because you need some work on the field goal.
No.
You know, there might be a big kick down the line. What do you mean no? You agreed with kicking the field goal.
No, I'm just saying no, don't kick the field goal. Just don't go for the Hail Mary, but it doesn't surprise me that they went for it. That's what I'm saying. I don't disagree with you that it was a bad idea, but I'm saying it does not surprise me that they went for it, at all.
This is the one who says she's.
You
get
don't
over
put
here.
Yeah, I'm a little on the short side. Sorry.
There you go. Yeah, she says that they should just throw a Hail Mary and score more points.
No, I did not say that. I said I agree with you what they should have done, but it does not surprise me that Star Valley went for it.
This is a husband not hearing what his wife is saying.
Oh, we won't
sounded
go there.
like.
No.
Okay, you're not surprised because it's Star Valley.
I'm not surprised because it's Star Valley.
And they want to just punch Jackson until keep punching.
It will not surprise me if he comes out and still plays some of his starting lineup. Seriously.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's no. We're not the coach. There's no wrong way to do it. I'm surprised. You're not. That's all we're gonna say.
Yes, but I agree with you.
Let's take a look at who first half highlights, first half things. If you weren't with us the whole time, it might be kind of hard to believe that we're going to say the best thing about this game for Jackson was their defense. Because they're losing 34-0.
You wouldn't think that when looking at the score.
Jackson defense.
They have held their own. They have done a very, very good job.
They've been pretty good.
If I had to go Star Game, I couldn't single out an individual. Defense has got that, but of course, it does not look like that. If you're just joining us now or you get online and you see it and you're like, what, 34-0?
Yeah.
How are you talking about that? But they've played really hard out there and not as many penalties. Their heads in the game. They're playing and they're playing hard. Yeah, and led by the seniors, it's no surprise. Matthias Wilson's been the most noticeable guy out there. 2 sacks of the Star Valley quarterback, Smith McClure. Wilson, the 6'1", 230-pound senior. It's the seniors that have
that have come up, showed up. Connor Scott's had a good game. Pape, mostly the leadership of this team. But again, the defense can't do it all, and the offense has just been stagnant. Some drop passes, some errors of nerves. Jackson was tight to start this game. It was obvious they were feeling some pressure.
Yeah, because our offense didn't look the way it's looked the last couple of weeks. Like, we're just not connecting on things. And there's a big rush of white. That group just was running this way, and they ran that way across the screen over there. Do you see this?
Oh.
No, white right now.
Oh, I can't see that. But there was a rush of white on defense when Jackson was on offense because Star Valley they really rallied to the ball. They're very athletic defense. And again, we took a look at the numbers, the stats. Star Valley Braves, by the stats, by the numbers, are not the greatest defensive team you'd see out there, but they do some things well. They have a good linebacking core, a strong defensive line. Their DBs might be a little suspect, but they're all athletic, and that's the thing. Pursuit to the ball is really, really good. And Star Valley, it's been tough to find yardage against them. But I think Coach Johnson will dial a few things up here at the half, make some adjustments. I think we'll see a different kind of a game. I actually asked Coach Johnson before this game what it is he talks about at the half. I said, do you go over plays that aren't working and change them? Do you draw up new plays? Or is it pretty much do you just try to pump the kids up and say, hey, we're still in this? Is it all rah-rah? Or do you not talk to them at all? Like, I was just really interested in what he does at the half and what he's likely doing right now. Here's what Coach Johnson had to say that goes on in the halftime locker room.
Yeah, it's a little bit of both. We'll talk a couple tactics. Most of it's during the game. But we talk big picture stuff, what we're seeing, and what is and isn't working. We let them know at a high level what's going right and wrong. We remind them to keep the game in front of them. So that means no silly penalties, hold on to the ball, just helpful reminders to have in the back of their head when they're making these plays. And then we definitely pump them back up. And they don't need much, actually. Kind of come in a little low-key with this team because they have it in them, and they have that fire and hunger innately in them. So all you got to do is put a fire starter in there, and they'll light the match and get the bonfire going.
Yeah, good words from Coach Johnson about how he approaches halftime. And we also talk with head coach Keith Johnson about his kicker and a chance to crow a little about Alexi Balag, who right now is ranked as one of the best punters in 3A. As a kicker, he puts the ball in the end zone on kickoffs more than any other kicker in the 3A. And last week we saw him hit a 45-yarder with about 12, 15 yards to spare. I mean, he banged it. Alexi Balag has been kind of fun. Where'd this kid come from? Let's learn a little bit more about our kicker punter, Alexi Balag, from Coach Johnson.
I think I haven't seen all the other kickers. I would be surprised if they're much better. The official on the sidelines said to me on one of the kicks, he'd never seen a ball come off a kid's foot like that. That was a 63-yarder that went out at the 7. So I'm telling you, he's the soccer goalie, so he's used to kicking the big ball, and he knows he's really, really strong especially for his size. But the main difference, because we've had soccer players as our kickers for the last few years, the main difference is he has ice in his veins. He just doesn't get rattled. And he sees guys rushing at him on punts, he punts it. He sees guys coming at him on extra points, doesn't care. He's just super steady. And that's different, and I think it's what makes him special. So that long field goal last week, I don't know if you saw it, I think that would have been good from another 15, maybe. I mean, he really booted it. So it's kind of fun to watch.
Yeah, that wasn't a maybe. He would have done it. Like, I don't know if it would have made it.
He doesn't know if I saw it. I saw it. I had it on replay. I mean, what does he think we do up here? Of course I saw it.
Maybe we were sleeping during that time.
Maybe.
I don't know. Yeah.
I'm never sleeping.
Take a break at halftime too.
No. when number 3 comes out on the field, I wake up. Alexi Blog's been one bright spot here for the Jackson Broncs all season long. And as Coach Johnson said, there have been soccer players, naturally, that have been kickers on the football field because we know they can kick. But I think the reason Balog has been especially successful, and you heard Coach say, is the rush doesn't get to him. He doesn't worry. And I think that's because he's the goalie. Because guys are coming at you.
Yeah, they're coming all the time. You got to block that ball. You've got to do that. So, that's a natural thing. Yeah.
Not only do you not shy away from pressure coming at you, you go out to meet it if you're the goalkeeper. Yeah. No, that doesn't bother you guys coming at you. You that's when you get up and that's when you wake up. So I'm not surprised Balog is not hassled by a punt rush. He's got the big leg. Goalkeepers kick it all the time. So he knows the punt motion. I'm referring to how you punt it. That's kind of how the goalkeeper kicks it.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, you never kicked, but
obviously
that's okay.
We need a commercial break. I'll be right back. I just saying, Alexi Balog is one of my, BFFs now, my favorite player.
Hey Broncs fans, do you want the best security for your home or business? Well, call the local experts today at Mountain Alarm, a proud part of Pye Barker Fire and Safety. Mountain Alarm provides world-class fire, security, life safety, and surveillance, teamed with unmatched customer service and the highest-rated 24/7 monitoring. With our state-of-the-art systems, you can get text or email alerts in the event of an alarm or view live and recorded video on your smartphone, tablet, or computer. You can also remotely control your thermostats, lights, locks, garage doors, and so much more. Call 307-733-5844 or visit mountainalarm.com today to get a free assessment and no obligation quote on a new or upgraded system for your home.
Experience Jackson Hole like a local while staying at the Antler Inn, Elk Country Inn, Cowboy Village Resort, or 49er Inn and Suites. With the best entertainment, dining, shopping, bars, and brews all in walking distance, you'll never want to leave. Call 1-800-4-TETONS or find them on the web at townsquareinns.com.
Back to the MAC here in Jackson on a gorgeous night. Winds picking up a little bit, but still, what a beautiful night for football. Star Valley Braves out on the field. Jackson Broncs heading out now out of the locker room and after Coach Johnson pumped them up, maybe made a few adjustments. Right now the offense needs pumping up. Defense needs a little encouragement, like keep it up, guys.
You got it. Keep playing hard.
We owe you a lot. Defense, you've been great, even though it is 34-0. 6 of those points not the defense's fault. And they've made Star Valley go earn it. They've been pretty tough. There haven't been a lot of huge plays where Star Valley just ran away with a chunk play. Nope. It's been slow and methodical. The Braves took almost the whole first quarter
before they scored at first.
Push one in the end zone there. So the Jackson D has been out there a bunch. What would you 75% of the game they've been out on the field?
Yeah, probably
a lot.
And like you said, granted Star Valley has points, but they've had to work for it. Other than that 6, they really had to work to get those points.
D's been good, little bright spot. Offense still trying to get together and get in any kind of a rhythm. Offenses need that, especially offenses that are throwing offenses, in my opinion. You can find your running game, and that can come back to you a little easier than you can get a passing game going when it's not there.
Yeah.
Because passing needs rhythm. You need to, as a quarterback, you've got to start getting into a little rhythm. You need positive, and build on those things. And there's just been nothing. There's just been not enough momentum in the offense, not enough passes hitting, and they just haven't been able to generate any kind of consistency on offense. But credit Star Valley's defense. Statistically, they're average, but when you see them in real life, they're tough. They're tough, they're big, and they pursue the ball. They got everything, speed, size, and they're hungry about making tackles. Big thing is Star Valley start moving to some of the second unit players here, up 34-0.
Let's see.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Part of me says no. A large part says no.
All right, then. Kickoff is coming to Jackson after they did the kicking to start the game. So, although Balog's out there punting, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. His mom's right in front of us.
They're kicking to us, right?
Yeah. Like she's right there.
Alexi's mom is?
No. Yeah, Balog. It's right there.
Oh.
Dark-haired right in front of us. Behind Pape's mom.
Nice. Well, I hope she heard me say nice things about Alexi. He's a good goalkeeper, too. And on a team where Jackson's so good, if you're the goalkeeper, you could fall asleep for like 60 minutes.
Yeah, that's true. Well, maybe he doesn't have that many people rushing at him as like we think.
Maybe not. Alexi's really good at reading the newspaper and playing goal for Jackson because, we're out there beating Star Valley 8-0 on the pitch. Yeah. We just can't beat him on the gridiron. But, yeah, he's used to beating everybody up in soccer. A little different story here on the football field. Star Valley.
Kind of football.
Different, American football as we see Bueller tee it up. Christoph Bueller, the junior, who right there to close out the first half had a field goal try blocked, much to the delight of the Jackson fans, much to the shock of me that they were even trying a field goal.
Again, not surprised.
Back to receive for the Jackson Bronx. Near side, that's Wyatt Cosby. Far side, that's Jeshua Flores. I'm pretty sure, yes. And there's the kick. It's going to be in the end zone. Cosby fields it 3 yards into the end zone, and that's going to be an automatic touchback in high school. Ball will come out to the 20-yard line. Got a fresh 12 on the clock. Third quarter just underway here in the second half. Jackson down 34-0, trying to scratch back into this. For Star Valley, I see many of their starting unit out there for defense at any rate. We'll see if Jackson can do here with their first possession in the second half. Grant Johnson still in there at quarterback in the shotgun. Gets the snap, hands off to Cosby, right side. He's got a little bit of room, and then he's piled up. Pickup of maybe 2. Leading the charge there for Star Valley was Jaden Coombs in on the stop along with a host of Braves tacklers. And we got a flag down. We'll see what that is. Oh, they're going to march this off against Star Valley.
Okay, I like that.
Did not see what that was. Maybe a face mat. This would be a... Oh, no, just the 5-yarder. So 1st and 5 for Jackson. That'll work. Helps out the Bronx a little bit. Jackson at their own 25-yard line after the 5-yard penalty. Shotgun, Grant Johnson got Cosby in the backfield with him. We'll give it to Cosby. Same play they just ran and same result, maybe a yard. Let's give them 2. I'll bring up 2nd and 3.
I don't know if I like us running, though.
Well,
I'd rather pass a little bit.
You've got to establish the run at some point. And also, Star Valley's just so hungry to get after the quarterback here. You want to let your linemen come out and fire out rather than have to pass protect. Come out in the second half and do something aggressive. Let them run block. Let them go put a hat on somebody. I don't mind that. 2nd and short, looking to throw, and that pass knocked down, incomplete, and it was tipped. And I tell you, this guy does a lot of that on film. Cooper Lawson, 6'6" senior. He is a force, and if he can't get to the quarterback, he puts his hands up just like you're taught. And what is he when a 6'6" has got his hands over his head? He's like 7 foot at that point, right? Gotta be.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Grant Johnson could not get that pass over the hands of the big man Lawson, so it's knocked down, incomplete. 3rd and 3. Jackson just needs 3 here. Do you try that wide receiver screen? You've got Kendall and Logan to the bottom of your screen near side. Let's watch them. No, it's Cosby out of the backfield. No, it's none of them. They go to Colin Pape, and he's got a 1st down catch. Not much more than that, though, as he's pulled down. But I believe Pape had forward progress to get it. And they will move the sticks. That's a sneaky play. I love that. You've got Kendall, your most dangerous receiver, to the left of Johnson. You got Cosby going to the motion in the flat. That makes everybody think it's coming near side, left side. And then you throw to the only guy you've got on the other side of the field, Colin Poppe. I love that play design. Coach Johnson, brilliant. Because everybody in this joint thought that was coming to us right here near side. And that went to the far side of the field. Just enough for a first down. They move the sticks. Johnson gets a snap and a little missed handle here on the handoff, and down they go in a heap. Everybody in on the tackle. Johnson turned around to hand it off, and the running back went the wrong way, and that became a mess. And that was Cosby, so those two ought to know what they're doing back there. But Johnson turned right, Cosby went left, and that's the time again where two X's tried to occupy the space meant for an O or something.
Something like that.
Oops, yeah, that didn't work. 2nd and 14, the loss of 4. Jackson's lucky it wasn't fumbled. And now I would imagine they got to throw. Poppe, the tight end, is going to come out here in the slot between Kendall and Logan. Johnson in the shotgun, wants to throw, goes far side. Again, they're going to the side of the field where they don't have all the receivers. That worked for a couple, but that's not much.
It only takes a couple at a time.
Johnson hits Liam McPeak. Big shout out to Liam over there with about a 3-yard reception. It wasn't a lot, but that does get a little bit back that they lost on that botched handoff. So it brings still 3rd and long here for Jackson.
Yeah.
8:50 to play in the 3rd. That's Logan again, split bottom of your screen. Tyson Kendall in the slot, along with Colin Poppe. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. They're going to throw left. They want Poppe in the middle. Caught! He's knocked down, but he's got a first down. Poppe!
Yeah, way to go.
The tackle made by Andrew Daniel, but Grant Johnson to Colin Poppe is good for a first down. A 13-yard completion, and Jackson moves the sticks with 8:25 to go. The Bronx on the move here. And how many times already in this young season has Poppe, big number 44, come through with a clutch catch in the middle where there's traffic? He's a big boy, and he doesn't worry about catching balls in where the linebackers live. Johnson just does get rid of that, and it's caught by Liam Logan. Out of bounds just inside the 50. It'll bring up 2nd and 2, and Johnson very nearly got sacked. He felt the pressure and just did get rid of that football.
Let's see some more of that. Let's get some points on the scoreboard.
I got to hit replay more often, but I'm holding my field glasses. It's McPeak and Kendall to the right, Logan to the left. Cosby in the backfield with Johnson. Cosby gets the call. He's got blockers, picks up about 3, maybe 4. And a good run by Whaley Cosby. You've got to keep this pass rush honest, so you do have to run now and then. And Cosby's got a pretty good gain there.
First down, well, I'll take it.
Yeah, good enough for the first down. And with 7:47 to play in the 3rd. Jackson on the move here, down 34-0, but trying to get something positive to happen for their offense and give that defense a little bit of a rest. Johnson in the shotgun. They hand off to Cosby again. Cosby's got blocking, picks up 2 before he's hammered. I don't know who got the worst of that collision, Grant Thompson or Wyatt Cosby. They both collided heavily. Thompson's got more weight on him, 215, hitting Cosby, who goes about 170, but
that's probably a little even on the...
Whalen popped him. Yeah, he gave him all he wanted. It'll be 2nd and 8. Pickup of 2 and a hard way to earn it. Bronx at the Star Valley 43-yard line. 44, let's say. Johnson the shotgun with Cosby in the backfield. The handoff again to Whalen Cosby. And this time again, there's not a lot of room there. And a flag comes in late. This could be... Face mask came in from the Star Valley secondary as it was a gang tackle. 4 different Star Valley Braves in there on the tackle. It is indeed a face mask.
All right.
And that's going to bring up the first down. They're going to march off 15 yards. And a first down for Whaley Cosby. on what would have been a 3-yard run. So that worked out.
Woo.
Bronx on the move here. Ball at the Star Valley 29-yard line. It's Jackson's deepest penetration of the night, I want to say. I can't remember being in this close. As the Bronx break the huddle, they'll send 2 receivers to the right. That's Revel and Kendall. And the snap, Johnson wants to throw to the right. Kendall, and he dropped the ball right off his hands. Tyson Kendall was trying to make a football move before he secured the pass. The pass was right there, and Kendall didn't help out his quarterback at all, right through his hands. Incomplete, 2nd and 10. Trying to set up that quick wide receiver screen. You got the big Revel kid out there to block, Sam Revel, who goes 6'5", 190.
6'5"?
The problem is, well, remember his sister is practically 6'5", and is like 6'2".
I guess I forgot how tall they were.
Here's Johnson. Oh, almost mishandled the snap. Gives it to Wyatt Cosby. Spins off left tackle down to the 25-yard line. That's a good run by Cosby. Bring up a manageable 3rd down here. The ball just inside the 25 to about the 24. It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Bronx. Big play. Now, you don't have to get it all here. 4 down territory. We're not going to see Alexi Blog kick a field goal, I wouldn't think. You need 6.
You want the points.
It's Kendall and Revel to the right side. Let's see him set up that wide receiver screen again to Kendall. Nope, they're going to hand off to Cosby. He's going to go left side. Very close.
Ooh.
He's short, though. He's going to be a yard short.
They're going to go for it.
And I would imagine they'll keep the offense out there as Cosby going off left tackle just brought down at the 21-yard line. The spot was not very favorable. 4th and 2 for the Bronx. They're going. Cosby in the backfield. Grant Johnson with a shotgun snap. That's the hard count. Can't get anybody on Star Valley to bite. We'll see if they run the play now as Johnson looking to the sideline. They will snap it. The fake to Wyatt.
Oh!
The fake to Cosby. The throw over the middle, and I don't know who that was for. The pass was incomplete, almost picked off, and he threw to a lineman. I don't know what Grant Johnson saw there. The closest receiver was Star Valley's Riley Erickson, just sitting there in that middle linebacker position. And that pass, I don't know who it was to. That may be ineligible lineman downfield. The closest guy for the Bronx was, I don't have a 55 on my, I got to update my roster.
I'm not going to say anything there.
I don't have any 55 on this either. Jackson's 55 is the closest guy there, but at any rate, Jackson turns it over on downs. They chewed up some time. We're down to 5 minutes in the 3rd. Star Valley with a football. It's Smith McClure still in there at quarterback, looking to throw far side, bounces it into Martini as that is Andrew Daniel. The pass well short. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Stops the clock with just 4 seconds taken off. And I'm again, the Braves are just surprising me why they aren't running. Their rushing attack, especially with the big kid Thompson, I would just be punishing the Bronx now with that run game. But they still continue to throw, man. In motion is Cooper Lancaster, but the give is left side. What a big tackle by Tyson Kendall. A pickup of 3, but Kendall with a huge tackle on Jaden Coons. And that's not normally a place you see Kendall make a tackle. He came up from his cornerback spot and made a big hit, and what a big stop. 3rd and 7 now for Star Valley. Impressive tackle by Kendall. We'll see what the Braves dial up. They've got Cooper Lancaster in the backfield. Watch out for that. He's not normally in the backfield. He's just to the left hip of Smith McClure, who is looking left side to Bryson Neal. Changes the play at the line of scrimmage. I think they want to do something with Neal here. Watch the pass. Oh, the handoff to Lancaster, and he almost dropped it. He bobbled it, and that play is going to get stopped short of the first down, a pickup of just a couple, and that thing could have been way worse for the Braves. McClure didn't handle the snap well.
I thought he was like, back there. I almost thought it was going to be a sack.
And when McClure went to hand it off to Lancaster, he acted like he didn't know he was getting a handoff, and that almost went real bad. 4th and 4. The black hole is bouncing. They're daring Star Valley to go for it.
Come on.
And Star Valley is going for it. This is a big chance here for the Bronx to make a statement. Man in motion is Bryson Neal. The give to him. And Neal works his way through a couple of tacklers, but he's brought down short. The Jackson Bronx have stopped him. They hold. And a turnover on downs. In on the stop was the mysterious 55 along with Jacob Roper. I do not know who 55 is.
Out there?
Yes. Roper made the initial hit, and then he got help from 55, and they brought him down. So with 3:13 to go, Jackson defense, who have been doing it all tonight, holds, and Star Valley turns it over. Ball on their own 30 as the Bronx take over now. Their best starting field position of the night. 2 receivers split wide right, 1 to the left. Johnson wants to hand off. Cosby, good blocking. Waylon Cosby, he's in there. Touchdown, Cosby. Oh, my. Let's take a look at the replay as Waylon Cosby would not be denied. Gets to show off a little bit of that speed right there.
Nice.
Touchdown run, and the blocking, Timmy, is what really opened it up. I mean, he was just wide. All he had to do was run through the secondary, which when you got the speed Cosby does, good blocking up front on the right side of that line. And then Cosby made it look easy. Jackson trying to get a man out there late on the kick team. They're ready to go. Blog's going to put the PAT to it. Snap good, hold good, and the kick is through.
Yes.
And the Jackson Bronx answer here with a touchdown of their own and draw a little bit closer. And, I think Star Valley has woken the beast. They came in here, the Hail Mary, the attempted field goal, and then going for it on 4th down, deep in your own territory, not punting. I think the Star Valley Braves have woke the beast. I mean, they had the Bronx reeling. And then Coach Mackey kind of went for it. He said, Coach Young said, I'm going for a Hail Mary. I want more. I'm going for the kick. I want more. Neither of those worked. And then he's 4th down in your own 30-yard line. He said, I want more. And the Bronx deny. And I think you woke this team up.
Oh, yeah.
34-7 is the score now with 3:03 to go. Conference play underway tonight. That's where we're at as we just begin 3A conference play. Jackson comes in with an overall record of 2-2. Star Valley unbeaten 4-0. The Star Valley Braves nearly unanimous choice as the number 1 team in the conference. That's according to Wild Prep's coaches and media poll. Jackson Bronx ranked more like number 7
Is
out
that
of
because
12
Cody
teams.
lost some seniors and Star Valley
Onside
has
kick
a lot?
here. And the Jackson Bronx have recovered. I have a replay, but I'm not sure our cameraman had it.
I don't think your cameraman got it. I was waiting for the kick. I missed it. I'm so sorry.
Onside kick. The Jackson Bronx have recovered. And I'm telling you, Star Valley has done themselves no favor here. They have allowed the Jackson Bronx to get back in this with some aggressive play calling, in my opinion. And the Bronx have the football back.
I am so sorry I missed that at home, everybody.
They are hot off the touchdown as Grant Johnson comes in with a play. Tyson Kendall, Liam Logan to the left. To the far side, it's McPeak and Colin Pape. One man in the backfield. Looking to throw is Johnson. He's got to tuck it down now, and he'll be sacked all the way back at the Jackson 45. And that was the big man in on the rush with the sack. Cooper Lawson all the way back. Jackson with a huge loss, going to bring up 2nd and 17 for the Bronx. That was credit this offensive line. That's the first time Johnson, I think, has been sacked.
Tonight, yeah.
He's been pressured, but that was the first time he was unable to get rid of the ball. This offensive line for the Bronx has been very, very good tonight. Let's give him credit. 2 receivers wide right. It's Pape and Kendall. 1 to the left. As Johnson gets a snap, going right side. That ball knocked down, blocked at the line. That play never had a chance. Andrew Taylor, 6'4", senior, able to reach his hands up, knock that ball down. The second time Johnson's had a pass battered down at the line of scrimmage.
How tall is Johnson?
3rd and 17. Johnson at 6'4" with his hands raised. He's taller than that. And when the pressure has not gotten to Johnson, Star Valley's doing a good job, their defensive line, of getting those hands up. Liam Logan split to the bottom of your screen. Pape, Kendall, and McPeak to the right. Johnson with Cosby in the backfield. Wants to throw. Has a man. Lets it go, and it's almost intercepted. The pass was intended for Tyson Kendall, but it was really on the wrong side of him. I don't know if that was just a busted communication. Kendall turned one way, the pass went the other, and it was nearly picked off.
We're going to have to punt now.
And Jackson will send out the punt team. Can't risk it here. 4th and 17 with 2:04. So Jackson can't do anything with a golden opportunity as they recover the onside kick, but then go 3 and out. Balag is going to punt this one down to the Star Valley 25. The Braves will take over with just under 2 minutes to go in the third. They lead it 34-7. Star Valley still looking for their first points in the second half. It's been all black and orange here in this second half so far.
Yeah, it has. Nice third quarter for the Bronx.
All the starters still in for the Braves. They're feeling a little bit of heat here. Man in motion. And the handoff is to Thompson. Thompson bounces off of one tackler and is knocked out of bounds. Pape had a shot at him, but Thompson is a big, big boy. And Grant just bounced off of Pape and rolled out of bounds with a first down pickup. A gain of about 13 on the play. Puts the ball at the Star Valley 38-yard line, 1st and 10. And that's what I'm surprised the Braves haven't been doing all second half, is just running Grant Johnson. He's huge. Grant Thompson, sorry.
Grant Johnson stars.
He's just so big. That's when you use your bruising back in the second half and you just impose your will on a team. And I'm just surprised Star Valley's thrown so much here in the second half. There's Thompson in motion. He wants to give the play to Bryson Neild. And here we go with the snap. Back to throw is Smith. McClure, he's rushed heavily, gets rid of it, and it's incomplete.
Oh.
Pass intended for Lancaster. He almost came up with it. He was well covered by Waylon Cosby, the free safety, who picked him up late. And that was nearly a completion. McClure put it right where it needed to be, and I don't know how or why Lancaster didn't come up with it, but thankfully for the Jackson Bronx, he did not. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 for Star Valley. Ball at their own 37, and every time you throw an incompletion here, if you're Star Valley, you stop on that clock for Jackson. 2nd and 10. McClure looks over the defense. Gets the snap, going to call his own number. That's a design quarterback draw. McClure's got yardage, out of bounds at the 49-yard line.
Why are they going out of bounds and stopping the clock so much?
Yeah, well, that's a quarterback. You don't want him to take hits.
Well,
I can understand that.
All right, yeah, that's true. But I just feel like,
and McClure will do. I've watched film on him. He's not going to take unnecessary hits. He'll get out of bounds. He knows what he's doing. Out to the 48. It's 3rd and 1. So McClure, yeah, he didn't stretch for that first down. He just said, I'll take what I can get and save myself for another day. 3rd and 1, I formation. Here comes that bread and butter Star Valley Braves play. Man in motion, the handoff. No, play action pass. They want to throw. They want to look deep. Wide open is Bryson Neal for the touchdown, Star Valley. Oh, boy. The Braves fooled everybody right there. Cosby was back in coverage along with Tyson Kendall, but neither one of them was able to get to Bryson Neal. Here's a look at the replay. Yeah, he had a good step on both those guys, and that play action pass, that play action component really sucked in the Bronx defense. That had Bryson Neal past everybody. The extra point is good, and the Star Valley Braves get 7 in a hurry. A big pass play, so never mind me saying be conservative, just run the clock out. Star Valley Braves going for more points as they reestablish that 34-point lead. It's 41-7. The Braves lead the Bronx here in an age-old rivalry that dates back to the 1930s. Back when Star Valley were the cheese eaters, or cheese makers, sorry.
That was really their mascot?
Yeah, they were the Star Valley cheese makers. They've changed their name to the Braves sometime in the 40s. I want to say 1946, maybe?
That's a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, these two teams have been playing each other a bunch. It's the Fall Brawl 2024 version. Star Valley has had the better of it overall. It was a couple years where, not long ago under Sadler Smith, where Jackson had the Braves number, but for the most part, the last couple decades in anybody's memory, Star Valley has really beat up on just about everybody in the 3A. Here comes the kick. First time we're going to get a return here as Cosby is going to make it out to the 18. That's all. So he will not make it out to even the 20. The first time that Bueller has allowed Jackson to even get a run back. We're still in the third quarter. 41 and a half seconds left to play in the third. And it's 41-7. Cheesemakers leading the Bronx.
Yeah, no.
Braves. Yeah, Star Valley has, I don't know if they brought their A game, but they brought their B game, and that's been good enough. Jackson, see if they can build on that touchdown earlier as they got some of their bench players in. That play goes nowhere. Loss of 3 on the handoff. Looking right side, they're going to say a loss of 4. I think that was Matthias Wilson on the carry, but just no room, no nothing over there.
We know someone on the chain gang tonight.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, Coach Hansen's over there.
Oh. Well, he's finally got a job he can figure out. All you got to do is move the stick.
Coach. Hey, Cody, Jake did not mean that.
Coach, if it's close, just, subtract a few chains or do what you got to do.
You don't have to go as far as the refs tell you. Yeah, give us a yard here or there. I don't know which one he is, though. You'll have to look over and see. I don't know what he's doing.
Timeout here. I'm not sure who took it, but it gives me a chance to mention our timeout sponsor. Timeout on the field. We'll figure out. Oh, no, it's the end of the quarter. Sorry. Well, we'll give Jackson Hole 4 to mention when we come back. After 3, it's Star Valley 41, Jackson 7. You're enjoying Bronx football on the Jackson Hole Radio Sports Network.
When fire, water, mold, or other damage threatens your home or business, hand the cleanup over to the company that stays with you every step of the way. The trained professionals at ServPro handle everything from commercial water loss to residential handyman services and everything in between. Call ServPro of Jackson Hole at 307-342-1400 anytime, day or night, to schedule an appointment. That number, 307-342-1400 for ServPro.
This is KZ95 with live coverage of the Jackson Bronx.
Back to the MAC, just underway here with the fourth quarter, and a chance to mention our friends at Jackson Hole Ford, locally owned and operated, locals serving locals at our own Jackson Hole Ford. Come meet Louie, the friendliest greeting manager in Jackson Hole Ford, helping put on the Jackson Bronx tonight, and the Bronx will start this drive after switching ends of the field. 2nd and 14 now. Give straight ahead. Ball might have been loose for a minute. I think it. No. The run by Matthias Wilson up the middle picked up maybe a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 11.
We're like tangled up here somehow. I was trying to untangle.
Just underway here in the fourth. Jackson down 41-7. 3rd and 12, deep in their own territory. So, boy, if you've got a play in the playbook that Star Valley hasn't seen, it'd be a time to bust it out here. Tyson Kendall, Liam McPeak split wide to the right. And it's going to go to Liam McPeak. Makes the catch, but he's immediately tackled. Pick up maybe a yard at best. In on the stop was Riley Erickson, that very talented linebacker for the Star Valley Braves. Him and Thompson, I think Thompson's their leading tackler, but Riley Erickson, to me on film, is the guy who makes this defense. He's just all over the field. Number 44. He's tough. Here's Alexi Blog with a punt. Gets a boomer off all the way down. Oh, mishandled by Cooper Lancaster. Going to take a Jackson bounce down to the 28-yard line. Lancaster was about to field it at his own 40. And then at the last second, I don't know what he did. He just kind of sidestepped it, decided against it, and it's the lights are on. It's night, and you're looking up into those lights maybe. He just lost sight of it. But Lancaster just said, I got to get out of the way of this thing, and it took a fortunate Jackson roll all the way down to the Star Valley 27-yard line where they'll take over 1st and 10. One thing the Bronx have been able to do is force Star Valley to go with their starters predominantly all game. Smith McClure still in there at quarterback. Handoff up the middle. Right side, right tackle. Good yardage there. Flags down. It'd be a 1st down run unless this one's coming back. It's Brennan Barber, the junior. So Star Valley is cycling in some of the B unit, the 2nd unit team, and that's going to be against the Braves. So Star Valley hurt themselves on a few big plays that we've had to walk back today. And there was another case.
That's okay. I like seeing it that way and not ours.
Brennan Barber, who gets his first touch of the night and gets a good carry, has it all erased on the penalty. He's got to be thinking, come on, guys. That could have been some stats for me. Barber, I think, is still in the backfield with McClure. Puts a man in motion. There's the snap and the give. Fly sweep on the carry is Mason Peck. Picks up some pretty good yardage and is very near a 1st down. Do they say he's got it? They do. They'll move the sticks, and a good run there by Mason Peck, a junior. Mason Peck. As Star Valley is starting to cycle in some of the 2nd unit, but McClure is going all the way at quarterback. In the backfield for Star Valley, it's Jaden Coons. Alongside, it's Coons that gets the ball. No, another fake point. Yes. Smith McClure is so good, so deceptive of who he hands off to. That was to Grant Thompson. It was Thompson and Coons in the backfield. It was Thompson getting the hand up, but just every time McClure hands off, he also fakes to another guy, and he pretends he's keeping it. He's really good at that run-pass option, very deceptive with his handoffs. Penalty at the end of that play is going to be marched off against the Bronx, so that moves it down to the Jackson 42-yard line. Fresh set of downs for the Braves. Bryson Neild, far side of your screen, is the wide receiver, the only wide receiver. He's in motion now. Watch that fly sweep. Fake handoff to him. Pitch into 14, and that's going to be another big gain of about 13 yards on the play. It's Hayden Morgan with a first down run, and Star Valley right now just getting it done with a whole host of characters. Hayden Morgan, the senior, with his first touch and a first down run there. And Star Valley is going big. I thought we'd see a lot more of this tonight. No wide receivers, double tight end, triple on one side. And the handoff right side, got some blockers heading to the 10, the 5, in, touchdown. That's Dylan Hershey, the junior. And that was easy going. Yeah, when Star Valley lines up with no wideouts and just goes big offensive line like that, I don't know a team in the league that can stack up with them except maybe Cody, maybe Powell. It's just too much size, too much beef on the offensive line. And Dylan Hershey rumbles in on that right side for the touchdown. Extra point coming. Bueller's kick is good. And Star Valley increases that lead now to 48-7 over the Jackson Bronx on the Hershey run. And whether it was Hershey or your mother, Kimmy, anyone could have run that in. That offensive line just pushed everybody wearing black out of the way. I mean, that was powerhouse football. So with 8:29 to go now in regulation, Jackson, in a game they were never really in, and we won't pretend they were, starting to get even a little more punished. That defense, got to give them credit. They've held up as long as they could, but the offense really never came to their rescue. Just the one touchdown.
Like Cosby.
Cosby on a really good run, great blocking, showed us some of that speed. He just hasn't been able to open up. You know, when he's hit at the line of scrimmage, he's not a big enough guy to shake off those initial tackles, really. But when he breaks into that second line of defense, he can outrun most linebackers, and he can outrun most DBs. He's fast. Here's the kick from Bueller. It's going to be far side floor as he's in the end zone. That'll be a touchback, so the ball comes out to the 20, and Bueller kicks another one in the end zone. Both these kickers showing off their legs today in the kickoff department. Bueller for Star Valley and Balog for the Bronx. 8:29 to go in the fourth. 48-7, Star Valley. Taking a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Some big games tonight that may decide some things. The Cody Powell, this is rivalry week, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Green River, Evanston, those are the big rivals. And these two, no bigger rivals than these two. As Grant Johnson busted play, he's got to keep it himself. He fumbles there at the end of the play, but that was after he was down. I think that thing just went wrong. And Johnson, not normally a runner, certainly doesn't. No designed runs for Johnson. I think just something went wrong there. He had to carry it. Bring up second and 11. He lost a yard on that play. Clock at 8 minutes. So, yeah, Buffalo Rollins, Cody Powell. That'll be an interesting matchup. Douglas at Riverton and Green River Evanston. So it's all rivals week as we begin conference play in the 3A. Cosby in motion. He's going to be the receiver as Johnson just drops one in his lap. Beautiful pass. And Cosby's got it out to the 25. It'll be short of a first down, but a well-designed play. And what a smooth pass from Johnson. He just laid it right in the breadbasket. But Cosby is out of bounds short of the first down. 3rd and 5 now for the Bronx. They need a big play here. They can ill afford to punt. 2 receivers split right, 2 to the left. Back to throw is Johnson. Has time. Now fires underneath. Checks it down. And that's going to be short of the first down. Pass complete to Kendall, but there was nowhere to go as he was tackled immediately. I believe Jaden Coons in on the stop. It's going to bring up 4th down and 3. That play good for a yard or 2. That's all. And Johnson is going to keep his offense out there. Why not? We've already seen Alexi Blog punt. We know we can do that. Let's see this team convert a 4th and 4 at their own 26-yard line. Boy, this is a big play. Johnson, he's going to throw over the middle and incomplete. Pass intended for Colin Pape. In on the coverage. Pretty good coverage was Andrew Daniel. And the incompletion. So Jackson went Pape's way. They'll often call his number over the middle. He's got a way of getting open there right behind the linebackers.
He had a defender right on him.
Yeah, it was good coverage by Daniel. And Grant Johnson just could not fit it in there. Turn it over on downs. You give Star Valley a short field here, the last thing they need, as the Braves already up 48-7. In motion, and the fly sweep, and that is going nowhere.
Yeah, right.
The pitch to Tayson Stoker, but the stop made again by Matthias Wilson, who said no way. And he introduced Mr. Stoker to some of Jackson's fine synthetic grass here. All the way back to the Jackson 32, loss of 4. And the Braves will try it again. And now we get a backup quarterback in there for the Braves. This kid's pretty good. I've seen him on tape as well. Phoenix Hovey, the junior. He's the quarterback of the future for the Braves.
You mean 1 year?
He'll be in next year, yep. Well,
really
that's the way.
I know, but it's really not the future if you think it's only a 1 year.
Well, that's the way the future, and he throws incomplete. The pass intended for Cam Mickelson. No, that's the way they do it in Star Valley. The future is the next year. There are very few juniors who start for the Braves ever because that's how deep they are. Look at the sidelines. I mean, they didn't even bring half the kids they have. And they're so deep that the juniors know their time will come when they're seniors. They'll have a few juniors in the starting lineup. For the most part, if you grow up in Star Valley, you want to play football, you got to wait till you're a senior before you start pretty much because there's always somebody in front of you. As Hovey in the shotgun gets the snap, he wants to throw. Looking near side, fires, incomplete. Pass broken up by 21. That's Jacob Roper who helped break that pass up as Hovey almost had that ball completed. I imagine they're going to go for it here, 4th and 15 in no man's land. Too far to kick a field goal, too short to punt, and you want to give your second unit some reps here. Give a chance for Phoenix Hovey to show what he can do as the junior quarterback.
Nope, timeout.
Timeout of the field. A good chance to remind you this timeout brought to you by Jackson Hole Ford. Do you know we have an authorized Ford dealer in town? I drive a Ford, so I know. Put Dusty, the general sales manager, to work. He'll make the deal every time. Go visit our friends at Jackson Hole Ford and their award-winning service department with factory-trained certified technicians. Check out the Google reviews. They don't lie. Our friends at Jackson Hole Ford sponsoring this timeout. Who took that? The Braves.
Star Valley.
They have 2 remaining. You wouldn't think that too many are going to get used from here on out. Score 48-7. Are you taking a look at that out-of-town scoreboard, or am I going to?
Well, I don't have my phone. You yelled at me when I had my phone.
Oh, yeah, you goof around on the phone too much.
I do not.
I had to take that away from you.
It's called I have a life outside of helping you, even though I love to be here.
You can't text and do the camera. You're going to do one or the other.
Hey,
all right, big 4th and 15 here for Star Valley. We'll see if Jackson can hold again. As Phoenix Hovey is back to throw, wants to heave one, looking long, got a man, caught, touchdown, Star Valley. Oh, my. Liam Logan on the coverage, but getting in behind them was Preston Ross with the touchdown pass, and I don't know how you let that happen. Single coverage, Logan just let Ross get by him. And credit Hovey as he dropped a dime in there to his young receiver, the 6'2 junior. Touchdown, Star Valley. Extra point coming. And the Braves are not done yet, Kimmy. We're in the 50s now.
Doesn't surprise me.
Here's that other kicker as Bueller's going to get a rest. His leg's probably fallen off. And the kick by Tate Lawson is good. So it doesn't matter who's kicking the PATs. The score now, Star Valley 55, Jackson 7. We'll take a quick break, come right back to the MAC after these.
Cashmere Silk Downer Denim. Blue Spruce Cleaners is where you take them. We have a friendly, knowledgeable staff, eager and happy to serve you in 2 locations and on the road with daily pickup and delivery service and expert tailoring on site. We offer the best in green, effective, and gentle cleaning with Green Earth Cleaning and professional laundry for your sweaters, gowns, comforters, and linens. Blue Spruce Cleaners is a recognized reduce, reuse, recycle business leader, providing green, affordable, and friendly service to our community for over 20 years. Whatever the season, whatever the reason, Blue Spruce Cleaners.
Here's your voice of the Jackson Bronx, Jake Nichols on KZ95.
Well, I can sum up the Big O scoreboard score with one 4-letter nasty word. It's not the one you're thinking of. It's drat. Drat. This game is not going the way we want it to. 55-7. Star Valley all over the home team here. Well, we knew coming in it'd be a heavy lift. Star Valley Braves, they're not a mistake number 1 ranked team. It's legit. And they are that much better than everybody in the 3A. And honestly, it might be Cody on a good day that can challenge them, but I don't know anybody in the 3A that can beat Star Valley right now. They are rolling down the track. As this kick goes into the end zone again, it'll be touchback. Jackson 1st and 10 at their own 20. Bronx just trying to build something here. Get headed home, sleep in your own bed, and at least know you scored 2 touchdowns on your arch rivals. That would feel a little better.
Yes.
Bronx still have most of their starters out there. Few different numbers on the offensive line. As they set up at their own 20-yard line with 5:40 to work with here in regulation. Grant Johnson gets the snap, and they give this to Waylon Cosby. He's brought down at the 25, pickup of 5. In on the stop was A.J. Hale for the Braves. A.J.'s had a good game. He plays that outside linebacker. He's had a really good game for the Bronx. A lot of Bronx have had a good game, or for the Braves. A lot of Star Valley Braves have had a good game. They really spread the wealth. They're just so deep. Another running play. Wyatt!
Oh, yes!
Wyatt! He's off and running.
Oh!
Wyatt! Waylon Cosby, rather. I don't know why I want to call him Wyatt. Waylon Cosby.
Where'd you get with Violet?
There's a replay as Cosby bounces it to the outside. Got good blocking there. And a big run for Cosby all the way down to the Star Valley 35, 1st and 10 for the Bronx. So Jackson had no rushing game all season, suddenly discovering a little bit of a running game. As Cosby out of the backfield, makes the catch, trying to gain the edge here, and he does. Spins away from one tackler inside the 30 to the 29 of the Braves. Pickup of 6. 2nd and 4 for Jackson. So Cosby getting involved now. Big run, and you think he's huffing and puffing and wanting to take himself out of the lineup? No, sir. He says, throw me the ball here.
Even though you don't know what he's thinking, but
I know what he's thinking.
Sure you do.
Give it to me again. Here's Grant Johnson, wants to throw, wants it all. End zone, incomplete. He wanted Tyson Kendall. In on the coverage was Hayden Morgan. But that pass just falls incomplete, overthrown. Johnson was going for it all, though, the end zone shot. But it brings up 3rd and 4 for the Bronx. Clock stopped now, ball at the 29-yard line. Jackson's got to get to Star Valley's 25. The Bronx trail 55-7, so the final score, the end result is not in question. This is just a little bit of feel good for the offense here, trying to get it clicking. Johnson wants to throw quickly, got a man. Colin Pape almost fumbled the football, and now he does, but he manages to fall on it himself. And that's a first down catch. That plays good for 6. And Jackson Bronx moved the sticks. Pape almost fumbled, then did fumble, then fell on it.
First and 10, let's do it again.
Ball at the 23 of the Braves. Johnson trots the play in from the sidelines. He's got Sam Revel in there as a wideout along with Pape. They're both to the bottom of your screen. Now Pape is going to go to the top of your screen and join Tyson Kendall. And another receiver as Johnson wants to throw. Going to fire, going end zone, incomplete. He was looking for Revel. Trying to take advantage of the height there, but yeah, nobody's that tall. Not even Sam Revel. Although Revel does have the height advantage on the corner that was with him. Trying to see who that is. I think it's Zach Thompson. Is that a 7? It is. Zach Thompson, the 5'8 corner, was with Revel, but that's a mismatch. 6'5 Revel and 5'8 Thompson. I would take another shot over there, maybe.
Revel
Grant Johnson wants to throw, incomplete. Not sure who was that intended for. And Tyson Kendall wants pass interference call there. He was saying he was blocked from his route, but I do not see a flag. He's not going to get the call. He's not wearing the stripes. 3rd and 10 with 1.5 minutes to go here in regulation. Must be running clock. That's an incomplete pass, right? They got to be doing running clock now. Clock still rolling.
Maybe by 4 or something.
Jackson Bronx with the ball, and the handoff to Waylon Cosby off the right side. Cosby's got good yardage, but not enough for the first down as he's stacked up at about the 17-yard line of the Braves. It's going to leave Jackson short, but there's no doubt about this. You got to go for it, right? Unless you want Blog to get a field goal. Going to be timeout, Jackson, as they want to talk over strategy, and a good time to mention Jackson Hole Ford has over 40 lending partners at their disposal, meaning you'll always get the lowest rates and terms, plus
we got first down.
No payments for 90 days. And there must have been a penalty tacked onto that then, because the ball's suddenly at the 12.
So I was going to say, and all of a sudden they said first down.
Okay.
I'm like, okay.
Well, while we were on that little Jackson Hole Ford timeout break, the referees did us a favor. Maybe Coach Hansen had something to do with that.
I don't know if he has anything to do with that.
He can't throw a flag from over there? I don't know.
You said you thought something there, so maybe.
Well, hey, I'm not going to turn it down. 1:06 to go. Jackson, during that timeout, their penalty marched off against Star Valley, so it'll give them a 1st and 10 at the Braves' 12-yard line. Now Star Valley is huddling, and they're going to call a timeout, I think. They have no interest in coming out playing defense here.
I was like so confused what's going on right now.
I believe the Braves.
A lot of huddles. Yeah, but they're not taking any time off the.
No, and they're going to come back out. It's not a timeout. I don't know what's happening. Every once in a while in high school football, things happen. I don't know what's going on. This is when we need a sideline reporter. All right, we're finally going to get a play here. Jackson comes up, first down. They have just 1:06 to work with here as they try to punch one in and get a late score here. Johnson clapping for the snap, doesn't get it. Now looks over at Coach And he's going to finally get a snap here. There it is. The handoff to Cosby. Cosby going left side. Breaks one tackle. Can't break the other, though, and he's pulled down. Cosby might have got a tough yard there, and that was a hard way to get it. Gunnar Brogue.
Ooh, they look like they said,
He's the Star Valley Braves who brought him down. Clock down to 42 seconds now. Bronx with the ball at the Star Valley 13-yard line. Johnson looks things over, wants to throw. Looking, comes near side. Got Waylon Cosby out of the backfield. Waylon Cosby puts his head down and crashes to the 2-yard line, short of the goal line. And with 25 seconds to go, Jackson knocking on the door here. And they're going to call a timeout, I would think.
Yeah.
They have. The Bronx will call a timeout. They have two remaining after this.
One.
They
didn't take it off last time.
Yeah, they didn't. All right. Come on, keep up with it, scorekeeper. Jackson Hole Ford always looking for more used vehicles. So if you got one you'd like to trade in, Jackson Hole Ford might be able to pay you more than you think it's worth. They certainly might be able to pay you more than it'll cost to go shop that thing around for months and months and months on Facebook Marketplace and watch it do nothing. Just drive it, push it, get it to Jackson Hole Ford and ask what they'll pay for your trade-in. Always looking for used vehicles at Jackson Hole Ford, sponsoring this timeout. Big old scoreboard showing Star Valley 55, Jackson 7, but the Bronx right here threatening. They got the ball in the red zone or the green zone, money zone as it's sometimes referred to. First and goal. No, third and goal from the 2. That Wyatt Cosby run was a good one. Cosby put his head down, but he may be fast, but he's just not big enough to run guys over. He got stopped cold at the 2.
Let's go for it, boys.
But a big play here. If you don't get in, you got to call that last time out or you got to get up to the line very quickly. Jackson Bronx snap, and that's a direct snap. Wildcat to Tyson Kendall. Flags everywhere, and that's movement before the snap. Yeah. Jackson's tried that Wildcat snap to Kendall every now and then, and I don't know if it's been that effective all season, and they just didn't execute it correctly there. That movement, that's costly because you had 3rd and 2. Third and goal from the 2. Now you're back out to the 6. 7-yard line, so it makes it a lot tougher to convert this 3rd down. Johnson with a snap, fake handoff to Cosby, wants to throw, it's picked off in the end zone. Intercepted by Star Valley, and that'll seal the deal as Preston Ross with the interception, and that will run out the game for Star Valley. So Jackson trying to get that last touchdown, that last score, and they can't come up with it. The interception of the end zone, and this one a final. Star Valley Braves 55, the Jackson Bronx 7. And a tough break for the Jackson Bronx. Next week, I got to look up what we're doing next week.
We're in Green River.
Also want to look at that out-of-town scoreboard. All right, 30 seconds. We're coming right back to wrap this up. Don't you dare go anywhere. Coming right back here.
Experience Jackson Hole like a local. Recently renovated, the 49er boasts a new lobby, extended continental breakfast, indoor swimming pool, fitness facility, and 12-person outdoor hot tub. Located on Pearl Street, the 49er is just 3 short blocks from Jackson's greatest bars and restaurants, where you'll find your home away from home. Enjoy your time in Jackson as part of the Town Square Inns, and stay at the 49er Inn and Suites.
With live coverage of the Jackson Bronx.
Now you take a look at the post-game handshake, and yeah, it's tough shaking the hands of your arch rival, especially after a beating like this. 55-7, Star Valley easily outpaces the Jackson Bronx. Looking at the out-of-town scoreboard quickly, Douglas 20-13. That's a final over Riverton. I thought Riverton was a little bit better than that. But Douglas, that's still a very good football team. Cody just manhandling the Powell Panthers. Powell just having trouble getting any kind of offense going this season so far.
They're missing my buddy.
Cody dominant, 48-7. That one's still in the fourth quarter. Buffalo is in a shootout with Rollins. That one a final. The Bison 55 and Rollins 21. Evanston up on Green River 25-0. Green River, the poor Wolves, just having a tough time in almost every sport, and they're about this close to. Yeah,
I know.
25-zip. It's rivalry week, and it's conference play underway everywhere across the state in the 3A. So here, Kimmy K, let's talk about our player of the game for Star Valley. Shoot.
I'm going to go with Grant Thompson.
Grant Thompson, the guy who I kept calling Grant Johnson.
Yep, I'm going to go with Thompson.
I'll go with him, too. I mean, they just spread it out so well. Everybody had a hand in the victory, but, the Braves had just too many guys, too big, too many, and just kept coming at you. Who you like on the Bronx side of things? Jackson Bronx didn't do a whole lot offensively. Defense did the best they could.
I'm going to jump up with defense there, but I'm going to go with Waylon Crosby.
Whoa, Waylon Cosby with a big touchdown run. Accounted for the only points for the Bronx. I'm going with Matthias Wilson.
He was on my mind, too. I'm not going to lie. Yep, name-wise, that was right up there.
2 big sacks of McClure, and, I thought Wilson had a good ball game. And
I though the scoreboard doesn't show it, I think the defense played really hard.
Yeah.
They were in it, and
I mean, it's hard to say that with a straight face, giving up 55 points, but you had to be here to see it.
Yeah.
And the defense, they gave Star Valley all they could. They really did. They left it all out in the field to give them a bunch of credit. That's going to do it for us. You're saying Green River next week, so we're on the road, huh?
Yeah, we are. I took time off.
We'll be there. We don't want to miss it, and that will, We'll do it for us here at the back. Final score, once again, Star Valley 55, Jackson 7. For Jackson Hole Radio, I'm Jake. She's Kimmy. And this whole smash couldn't be possible without our sponsors. We love them. You better love them. With a credit card or a debit card or cash, go see Mountain Alarm of Jackson Hole. YDOT, Serve Pro of Jackson Hole, Jackson Hole Ford, Big O Tires, Town Square Inns of Jackson Hole, or Blue Spruce Cleaners. Thank you for sponsoring high school football. See you next week. Green River, we'll be there.